Hello there, U.S. State Senator Sherrod Brown, and also everyone else who isn't constantly e-begging in my DMs. My name is Zeke Freak, and my eyes are bloodshot for indeterminate reasons, not clickbait. Joining me today are my usual cohorts Kevin, who doesn't know he's a bastard child, and Saradin, who managed to find hay in the needle stack and live. And together, we're gonna rephrase the catchphrases of the past to fuck the bullshit that sucks ass. Welcome to the Baka Gaijin show.
You know
That
me.
was a keynote opening. That was one of your better ones.
Fucking 10 out of 10. Also, me being a bastard child would explain a lot of things.
I actually am a bastard child, so there you go.
Ah.
My memories mixed that up in brain juice. Brain juice mix cocktail, not good.
I am literally a redheaded stepchild. So,
Wow.
We found him! We found the redheaded stepchild! Finally!
don't I make everyone else around me know it?
Yeah, I don't know how I forgot that. He never shuts up about it.
I've mentioned it like 3 times the last year.
It's like a very, very important element of Cyrodian lore.
Yep.
No, yeah, that would explain a lot of things for me, though.
Yeah. Like why your father doesn't love you.
Yes!
My father doesn't love me. Of course, my father can't love anything. He's dead, so...
I don't know what my dad is up to, honestly.
This is a great note we're starting on.
No, it's great.
Fantastic.
Welcome to the Fatherless Incel podcast. I mean, what?
I resent that. I'm one of those. No, not maybe half.
I had
one
a
of
father,
those,
and I'm not an incel, so, you know...
made of cells. There are cells in me. I'm a cellsin.
And my statement is, don't care had sex, but let's move on. This
I
is
just had
We're
sex.
gonna redo. No, we're not doing a redo. We're
No, we're not.
sticking with it. This is what you're in for, folks.
I will let you know that I also did. I was 14. It was somewhat traumatic. I don't like to talk about it.
Okay.
But I could be pressed to if someone donates enough to the Patreon that doesn't exist. So keep that in your back pocket.
Donate more money into Star Citizen, or donate money into a non-existent PayPal or GoFundMe.
If enough people subscribe to X Prime or whatever.
Right. Speaking of, I saw an atrocious comment recently. Somebody, like, the Starfield trailer dropped on Facebook, and I was looking in the comments, and somebody was like explaining this intricate bounty system that Star Citizen has, which I'm sure works flawlessly every single time, as you know,
Sure.
Starfield always does, or Star Citizen always does.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "What does Starfield have that compares to this?" And I'm like, this is going to be a game on release. Also, a game on release.
I think
That's the difference. Ain't it great?
The Star Citizens are simply projecting because Starfield is going to be a video game that you pay for and is complete and you get it, rather than being a thing you toss money into a wishing well for like 10 years and may or may not
15
come.
now. 15
Oh,
years, or like 12 years now, but yes.
Yeah. Being a Star Citizen supporter at this point, it's kind of like throwing a wad of $50 bills into the wishing well every fucking week, and then just kind of hoping something comes of it.
You have to give your tithing to Star Citizen so that you may one day receive your blessings.
That's, you know what? Yeah. Man, everything's a cult when you really think about it.
When you boil it
Citizen is the
down.
biggest PC cult I've ever seen. Like, the people who vehemently defend this game are on the largest amount of copium I've ever seen in my entire life. It's just it's the saddest display of sunk cost fallacy I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well,
like,
because they're not
Scamware.
because they haven't been sold on a game, they've been sold on a dream.
They've been sold on the
Yeah.
idea.
Even if you just if you just logistically think about what Star Citizen was promising, even at first, it is wildly ambitious. Doesn't even begin to describe it.
Bethesda is wildly ambitious, and a
Yeah.
lot of times the holes in their ability to deliver on that ambition sometimes show pretty glaringly.
Sure.
Star Citizen is a dream filled with black holes.
Both
Right.
literal and figurative.
Yeah. It's it's very much like a cult. It's just
Well,
even
yeah,
in the
independent like such. They
Yeah.
jump into every internet forum they possibly can to ask, why isn't your game Star Citizen? Look at Star Citizen. I'm like, your game
But
doesn't exist.
I think to draw a very clear parallel though, in a non-literal fashion, it reminds me a lot, just the fact that it's space and whatnot. You know, it's like trying to be a massive like Second Life style thing in space.
Yeah,
It reminds me of when the Mormons, they don't really say this anymore, but when the Mormons used to promise everyone their own planet in the afterlife.
Right, yeah. When you die and go to heaven, you will receive a palace in the kingdom that will have all of the things you could ever dream of.
No, it was your own planet. They're very
The whole
literal
damn
about
planet. Planet.
They are. I am told they are significantly downplaying that these days because they know it makes them sound crazy.
I mean, the Mormons, they are crazy, but anyway.
The roller coaster of Mormonhood is fascinating to me because if you actually like go in depth in their history and what they've taught, they started out batshit, but as they've kind of become more integrated and mainstream, they've had to sort of shell away some of the more batshit things.
Yeah.
And they've gradually sort of like they've held on to some core tenets. Other similar religions don't have, but they have. It's fast because there's such a. I don't think there's any other religion that is as recent as Mormonism, but also as mainstream. So you get to see them kind of the process of becoming mainstream in real time, almost. Because a lot of other religions probably also went through this, but that was like in antiquity, so it's not as well documented.
Yeah.
Whereas Mormonism has only existed since like the 1800s, so it's very well documented. It's fascinating. If you're a Mormon, come on the show. Debate me on my podcast.
That will turn into a whole thing, sir.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to make that a weekly segment if possible.
Hello,
Seek Freak debate some Mormon.
Hello and welcome to the weekly. Hello and welcome to the weekly Mormon debate.
Hello, Mr. Mormon. Let me ask you something. I'd like to start off the segment with this. Have you seen the plates?
Just starting off right on the deep end.
Yeah, well, it's a good icebreaker.
Oh yeah. I mean, in a way.
So basically, what we're saying is, Star Citizen, you are the Mormons of the gaming industry.
In a way.
But we've done it. We've cracked
Full
the
of
code.
promises, you go door to door in every internet forum, praising your religion and telling everybody to convert, and that there is no. I mean, they're kind of like Jehovah's Witnesses at this point too. They come to your house, they come to your internet forum, they barge in, they fucking preach to you for 2 hours, and then they disappear and go back and worship their throne of lies, and then they are set upon the world to do it all again. Anytime they feel they need some kind of
do it again.
validation. Hey,
yeah, it's like instead of have you seen the places?
Starfield might be a good game, says the most reasonable of the bunch, but
Right.
it's not Star Citizen. And I'm like, you're right, but I can play.
You're
this.
right. Nothing will ever be Star Citizen, including Star
Star
Citizen.
Citizen. Yep.
It's like instead of have you seen the plates, is have you seen the discs?
Okay, question. Have you seen the final product? Has the final version been released?
There's like bits and pieces that are playable.
Yeah.
Kevin, what have you been doing?
What have I been doing? That is a very good question. I've been playing video games again. And not just multiplayer.
Crazy.
No, yeah. I've gotten back into Yakuza 0. Because like the last time I tried to play that game was about 2 years ago, and a lot of shit happened 2 years ago, and I just kind of fell off of that game. but I'm back on that now. But again, since it's been 2 years, I had to replay all of the segments that I had already played through. So that was, a bit of a whole thing. I was about like a third of the way through the game when I stopped. But yeah, I'm up to basically the part where Kiryu becomes a real estate developer.
Sure. Yeah.
Yakuza is an interesting game.
Yeah, I beat Kiwami and I played almost all of Zero before I just forgot about it. I was in like the second or third to last chapter. At this point, I've kind of just I've tossed it to the immortality bucket list.
Yeah.
It's just this. It's archive panic. There's too fucking much of it. They come out with more shit too quickly.
Dude, they just announced like 2 or 3 more games.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's just like, it's not that I'm not interested. It's too much at this point, and I don't care enough to commit to that.
Yeah.
So on to the immortality bucket list it goes.
Yeah, I only own Yakuza 0 and Kiwami on Steam, and I'm gonna play through those, and if I feel like playing Kiwami 2, I will, but like after Kiwami, I'm just kind of gonna be like, that's me dipping my toes into the franchise. Moving on. I do really like Yakuza 0 though. Yakuza 0 is very good. Very good game. I also started up a casual playthrough of Senran Kagura Burst Renewal, which I actually got that in 2021, but I never really got around to playing it much. I played through like the first 2 missions and was like, not really feeling it. Mind you, that was the point in time where I was starting to get into Halo. So my mind was elsewhere.
Like, I'm grown up. I don't care for boobs anymore.
No. I was simply not in the mood for boobs at the time. Now I'm in the mood for boobs.
I just imagine you with an Xbox controller in your hand. You look like that screen cap of Morty with the hot women around him. He's like,
Right, yeah. No, yeah, I'm doing a bit of a casual playthrough of Burst Renewal. God, I fucking love Senran Kagura.
As opposed to all your other speedruns of Burst Renewal.
Okay, like, it's... By casual, I mean, I turn it on, I play a couple missions, I turn it off, rather than, like, I'm sitting there for, like, 3 or 4 hours just grinding away at the game and, fucking doing all this. Like, it's something I just gotta, like, do every now and then.
It's kind of what I just said.
Yeah, with, like, spare time. Anyway. But, no, yeah, I'm doing that. And I've been playing the usual multiplayer games, Halo and Overwatch. Those are both going very well, actually. When was the last episode that we did? I need to figure out when.
Oh, look at my videos.
Okay. Because, like, I feel like it's been, like, 2-3 weeks since the last episode we did, so...
The last episode was published on July 22nd. No, that was the Hot or Not.
Yeah, that's Hot or Not.
On July 11th, which means we probably recorded it, like, 2 days before that.
Okay,
so
cool.
9th.
That gives me Okay, that lets me know exactly where we were. So, I've watched a lot of fucking movies in that time.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk about all of them!
What? No, stop boring me.
No, I'm not. I'll talk about the ones that are like really interesting anyway.
Can we get the abridged version, please?
Yeah, sure.
Describe each movie, but only in like classic Twitter format, 140 characters.
Okay, that's really hard.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Okay, I'm not gonna go that hard on it, but I'll
clearly
I'll run it down anyway.
Come on, let's spend more time arguing about it than you would have spent talking about it.
See, this is anyway. I watched Downsizing. It's pretty good. It's all right.
Comedy with Ben Stiller.
That is not the correct movie. No, that is a very different movie.
Pretty sure it's a movie about Ben Stiller shrinking his boss or whatever.
That is absolutely not what's. No, it is not. No.
I'm 100% sure.
You are factually incorrect. This one has.
Disagree.
No, this one has Matt Damon.
I think. But who would win in a fight?
Matt Damon.
I don't know. I've only seen Matt Damon lose fights. I saw Interstellar. He lost that fight.
You don't understand. It's Jason Bourne.
No, he won that fight, but then he no. He
He
won
lost.
the fist fight.
He lost
But then he played himself and didn't seal the airlock correctly, and
Yeah,
then got blown out into space.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Though he lost the physical fight, but he won like the gambit war.
He won the altercation with Cooper, but then lost to his own stupidity and ambition.
Right.
I don't know why I'm making such a strong argument about a film that I was probably playing Omega Strikers in the background while watching.
Yeah.
My point is, I think Ben Stiller has a chance.
Maybe. Maybe. Okay. But
What about Ben Affleck?
Well, he's Batman.
He is Batman. I'm Batman.
And also, he's also kind of the bulkiest Batman.
True. Very true.
But does that make him too slow? Is it like a false Super Saiyan thing? Remember when Vegeta and Trunks were like, "I'm swole, I'm totally Super Saiyan 2," and they weren't.
They weren't. No. You're just Super Saiyan but swole.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Watch Downsizing. It's an alright movie. It's pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah.
It's
Ben
alright.
Stiller comedy. Bosses.
No.
Yeah.
I also watched Kingsman with Sheridan. Dude, Zeke. I am so sad you were not able to watch that movie. That is an awesome.
You know
that
me,
movie fucking rocks.
I don't believe in the monarchy.
I still think you dig this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Someone took one look at a Bond movie and said it needs more Freebird.
I historically have not liked either of those things, so.
Fuck! It's really good though. God damn it. Anyway,
that's exactly what a monarchist apologist would say.
Right.
How much is King Charles paying you?
Actually, you should know that the Kingsmen don't work for the king.
They don't.
What? The title is a lie. I can't trust this film anymore.
The organization is named after the tailor that they use as their base of operations.
I can't. This is deception.
It is a. Well, then you're falling for it, and that means they're doing their job.
No. It's the secular argument.
No, it is an amazing. Like, you should really watch it sometimes. It's an amazing movie. It's just awesome. Okay.
It has some of the wildest action scenes I've ever seen.
Is it improved by the addition of 3D glasses?
This movie would be sick in 3D.
You would be sick in 3D.
Thank you.
With tuberculosis.
No! But yeah,
No, don't worry, we can cure that now, I think.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
Well, on the opposite end of the spectrum of a movie I have very strong opinions about, a movie that I have very kind of middling meh opinions about is the new Transformers movie, Rise of the Beasts.
More like Fall of Beasts. Because they tumbled.
It's just... This is the last thing I ever expected to say about a Transformers movie. It should have been longer. I'm not fucking. It should have been longer. It felt like everything was rushed in this movie, and I'll talk about more. I'll talk about other pieces of fiction that have been rushed soon. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, new Transformers movie is. I wanted it to be so much better than it was. It has everything that I want in a Transformers movie, and it still disappointed me.
Yep.
It's a 5 out of 10, but like,
That's like a 2 out of 10 on the YMS scale.
I just saw Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, and it was mid.
And it was really bad.
It was really bad. Watch Chippendale Rescue.
I'm giving that impression a 6 out of 10.
I also watched Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Zeke was actually present for that one. Then again, that was a movie that he rolled.
It was me, yes.
Yes. What the fuck is that movie? I'm still trying to figure it out.
It's less a movie and more an experiment in copyright infringement.
It kind of is, though. Like, there were, This is, I feel like, the kind of movie that Space Jam 2 was trying to be, where, like, the whole thing with Space Jam 2 is that it was just an excuse for Warner Brothers to flex how much copyrights they hold, whereas with Chippendale Rescue Rangers, it's literally just, let's throw everything in a movie and sort out the copyright issues later. And a lot of, like, it utilizes its heavy, it takes advantage of its heavy use of copyright utilization to actually make some really fucking funny, like, visual gags, and actually kind of builds an interesting world where basically everything just exists in a singular space. It really is a modern day Roger Rabbit in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Hey,
Roger Rabbit's even in it.
He is for all of 5 seconds, but it's a great
We're doing
5 seconds.
Roger Rabbit
with Roger Rabbit. Yeah, no. I was surprised at how well made that movie was and how surprisingly good the story was. You described it best as The Lonely Island takes Disney's money and makes Roger Rabbit 2.
Yeah. No, I actually liked it better the second time.
It's got a lot going on. I'll definitely say that. It's got a lot going on.
Yeah. I think my one criticism of it is that the 2D is fake 2D. It's fake 2D.
I'm not a fan of... Okay, so on... Who was the one that was like... Who got the 2D makeover? Was it Dale?
Dale got the 3D makeover.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, Chip is still, like, 2D, but he's, like, cel-shaded 2D. But, like, every other 2D character aside from, like, Pete is, like, proper 2D animated. It's like those two characters are just CG for some reason.
Yeah, so, well, it's weird because sometimes it's real 2D, but a lot of times it's just this fake cel shading 2D.
Yeah, and it looks kind of weird, kind of off.
It seems to be just based on who appears more.
Yeah, like a lot, like any of the incidental like minor characters, those are often like presented in 2D, but any major characters are 3D.
Yeah, which makes it kind of obviously there's a stylistic difference between him and Dale.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of a little weird for him to go like, I got the CGI surgery, and he's talking to someone who's literally being rendered with CGI.
Exactly. Yeah. That's like the one part of the movie that kind of falters in terms of style.
Mm-hmm.
But like otherwise, it's a very good movie actually. Very well directed too. Visually, the movie has some like really nice cinematography and really good pacing. No, it's genuinely a really, really good movie. I liked it a lot.
Watch it while you can. I imagine it is due for a write-off any fucking day now.
Oh my god, I cannot think that Disney made money off of that.
Well, it's not even that. It's just that with how much fucking legal tape is probably surrounding this film, I imagine it's going to be kicked off of streaming Disney Plus at some point.
At some point, yeah. I also watched Nope.
Oh, well, okay. Next movie, then.
No, the movie is called Nope.
Oh!
That is a very interesting, film. God, it's one of those movies where I can't really talk about it very much without spoiling the whole damn thing.
Oh, cool. So I was right the first time.
But what I will say is that this movie, we can stop doing Akira bike slides now. We've peaked. We have peaked with this movie.
As long as there exist characters and bikes, there shall always be the Akira slide.
Okay.
No, I want there to be an official Oscar category, where it's and the award for the longest Akira bike slide of the year goes to.
Yeah. Nope is a great movie. Fucking visually amazing, very well paced. It has
Kevin,
a great atmosphere.
Kevin, throw Akira bike slide tier list under a tier list.
I could, I might actually have some opinions on that. I need you to understand, I've seen many an Akira bike slide in my time.
Oh, I have too. I've lived on Earth.
I've lived on Earth and have experienced media. No, yeah.
I have only existed in a post-Akira world. I think. I forget when it came out.
Post Akira World. 1988. It came out in 1988.
Yeah, I've only lived in a post Akira world.
Oh, same. I think all three of us have? Would that be accurate to say, Sarden?
Were you born before 1988?
No.
Okay. We all live in a post Akira world. Okay, cool.
We all lived in a post Akira world.
Oh, yeah.
Post Akira world.
In terms of anime, I have been watching Dark Gathering, which
Yes.
Yayoi, just her,
Yeah, the moment.
the moment. She's
What a predictable and non-controversial statement you just made.
she's perfect.
Ah.
10 out of 10. No. When you called her the Doomslayer of Ghosts, you were not exaggerating by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh yeah, no, it's great.
That one.
I often argue with people. It's like the series isn't actually all that scary. I'm like, it's not supposed to be. It's the ghosts that are.
Yeah, it's more eerie and creepy than anything. But like, I like that. Like, there aren't enough spooky anime. Honestly.
Yeah.
I like spooky stuff.
Yeah. Also, there's some pretty fucked up ghost stories later.
There
on.
are.
Yeah.
I've heard of a couple of the ones later on.
Yeah.
I've heard of a couple of the ones later on, and yeah, I can't wait to
Nice
get to those. Really. No, yeah. Dude, even like a couple of the ones that have been shown so far, like the fucking the
wave of stillborn babies.
Yeah, that one. I was trying to figure out how to describe it.
Yep.
They literally do the fucking like getaway car thing where she pulls up in the car,
Run
opens
from
the door.
Tsunami of stillborn babies.
Get it! Get the fuck in! We're getting out of here. Oh god, no, that's fucking fantastic. No, yeah, I'm having a great time with Dark Gathering. Having a great time with that one. Love it. Absolutely love it. Zom 100's really good too.
Yes.
I'm curious to
Yes,
see more developments there. But now it's time to talk about Western animation because there is one show I've been watching.
It's this one.
Yes, it is. It is. Hold on. Which one?
That one.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been watching My Adventures with Superman, and
Oh boy.
yeah. So I've been withholding judgment on this series for a while now because I've been trying to see
now
how
it's time to let it all out.
Yeah, I've been trying to see how the show is going to develop, like, over a longer period of time, because I don't like to watch 2 episodes and be like, this is exactly how this series is going to go, and I'm sticking to, I don't do that.
What are we, A&N?
Right? Yeah, no. I wanted to give it a few episodes to see how like, Season 1 was going to go, and as of episode 5, which is halfway through the season, we're at the halfway point now, this show is rushed.
Yeah.
This show's pretty badly rushed. So, Can we
DC's animated movies have always and series have always been pretty fucking good, especially during the 90s and early and mid 2000s.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And then the DCEU came out, or cinematic DC European Union. Sorry, my Oshi's on my brain again. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
But so like, I really hope that this is the outlier, not the future norm, because DC seems to just be losing their grip on what makes cinema. Like,
Yeah. My big issue here is that all of the ideas are good. All of the concepts are really smart, really interesting. I like the world that they're developing. I like the characters in terms of their personalities, in terms of their team dynamics. The problem is every single development so far has felt rushed. It has a consistent issue where they will set up something one episode and then immediately pay it off the next. Like, we get introduced, the team, like the team gets
Squad.
Yeah, the squad. Hashtag squad goals. Like the squad is, the trio is assembled in episode 1, and then they immediately are set off on this, major event in episode 2. Episode 3 introduces like a couple of like main villains. Episode 4, we're already shown who these villains are and what their deal is, and like there's no build up. And the biggest issue, the biggest sticking point to me, the point where I realized this show is running at too fast of a pace and is not giving time for anything to breathe, is the end of episode 5. So y'all don't mind if I spoil a couple things, do you?
No, I've seen the discourse on Twitter.
Okay, yeah. So spoilers for the show if you haven't seen it. Time skip on screen. Time stamp on screen.
Bump. Get the fuck out or don't.
Yeah.
Get
So
the fuck out.
episode 5 had a liar revealed moment between Clark and Lois, because at the end of episode so at the end of episode 4, Lois pieces together that Clark Kent is Superman, which already that happens way too fast.
It took her 5 episodes. Wow.
It took her 4
This guy's
episodes.
pathetic.
It took her 4 episodes.
Wow, fucking Superman 90%.
Exactly.
Right.
Literally, we have 3 episodes to develop these two, like, and their relationship and their dynamic, and already we're at Clark Kent
And
is
now
Superman.
everything you've grown to know changes.
What little we know. And episode...
Everything you've barely gotten to know has already changed.
Right, yeah. And episode 5 is literally Lois putting Superman in a compromised putting Clark in a compromised situation so that he has to reveal that he's Superman. And then there's
she jumps off a building.
She does. And there's this whole, blow up between them. Like, she's like, you lied to me, you had secrets that you didn't tell me, and that kind of thing. I thought we were, weren't going to keep secrets or whatever. And like, in theory, this is a fine development, because a lot of it's been foreshadowed properly. We already understand, Lois Lane's character, the fact that she's, impulsive, she has severe tunnel vision, she oftentimes acts without thinking,
I saw a lot of Twitter saying that you're supposed to fucking agree with her in this sequence, though, which seems really weird to me.
You're really... Okay, no. What? Huh? No. What?
Yeah, but I saw people on Twitter say that.
Oh my
people
god.
on Twitter don't lie to me.
The lack of media literacy in today's generation is making my head spin. Anyway, as I was saying...
Okay, old man.
I feel like that sometimes, okay? People don't understand media anymore. I hate it. Anyway.
My knee gives out sometimes.
Like, literally, the last episode, she explained that she has, like, fucking issues with her dad, and, like, people not telling her shit, and, like, secrets being hidden from her, and she wants people to be more, like...
Those sound like reasons you're supposed to identify with her.
God. You're not supposed to... So, like, it is a character-based lapse in judgment. That's the thing.
Sure.
Like, and it is
well,
played
as a guy
such.
who hasn't seen the show and is approaching this with zero nuance, I have to say that you're wrong, and random angry strangers I've met on the internet are right.
Good old contrarian Zeke freak. Everybody give him a round of applause. Everybody give him a round of applause. Anyway,
There we go. There we go.
There we
Turn
go.
up. This guy is crazy as fuck. He's got to be on Molly or some powder or something.
Nope, natural talent.
All right. But, no, yeah, this is all great in theory. Like, it's been properly foreshadowed and everything, but the problem is, this is happening after we barely know these characters, and as such, it feels like the characters barely know each other.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't feel natural or earned.
I've definitely seen shows like that before. I think it's a side effect of the truncated episode orders that we now live in. Where everything feels like a mini-series now.
Yeah. Yeah, because...
Whereas before, shit just got greenlit for, like, full seasons, and they had time to actually, like, develop connections and develop a lot of the unspoken sort of... the unspoken space that's needed to make certain developments hit harder.
Yeah. Yeah.
An underappreciated aspect of particularly dramatic writing is the space between. Is not how well written the events themselves are, but the space between them.
Yeah.
As well, that gives them that weight and that time to breathe. But with these truncated episode orders in the streaming era, we don't often get that because you only have 10 episodes or whatever to fit your entire vision in there.
The interesting thing about My Adventures with Superman is by the time we knew about this show, it had already been greenlit. It had already been greenlit for 2 seasons. So I'm not sure what I'm not sure what happened. Maybe they only had.
It's also probably sort of the get 'em hooked effect, where if you just in your early runnings, if you just throw more drama at the screen, you know, some executive says that makes for more viewer retention or whatever. So it could also be that.
The problem is I'm seeing people fall off of the show now, so that's backfired.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say it was smart. I just said that's what they think.
No, yeah.
But this seems like the kind of the what you're describing seems like the kind of development that in yesteryears past would have been like the culmination, like a season finale moment.
Yeah, this feels like either a season finale moment or like a penultimate episode to the season finale, where everything can kind of be wrapped up then. But no, this is the mid-season point, and we still have 5 more episodes left to go.
Yeah, the mid-season point of a 10-episode season.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is really strange. Like, yeah, that's what I've heard, is that the pacing in the show is kind of strange, to put it nicely.
Yeah. Look. Okay, you got Surfing Dracula. You got to have enough adventures of him, that fool surfing, before you break the surfboard.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why do we care about
Dracula?
Tweet?
Yeah, Surf Dracula.
Okay.
I fucking love the Surf Dracula tweet.
Sorry, I forgot you aren't a level 4 internet user.
No, I'm like a level 1 internet user.
Anyway.
Level 1, maybe level 2.
Yeah, but anyway, that's what I'm saying, is that because of these truncated orders in the streaming era, because companies and platforms are more conservative about spending than they've ever been.
Yeah.
You get storytelling decisions like this, where things aren't given the time to breathe.
Yeah.
To really hit like they should.
Yeah, like the more I've stewed on the most recent episode, the more it just feels like I should care more, and this should have better impact, and this should feel more important than it does. But it doesn't, and the entire reason why is because we've had almost no time to really let these characters breathe, to let them develop naturally, and to have their interactions really mean a whole lot in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. And I should probably mention that, like, I've seen great miniseries.
Oh yeah,
there are good writers out there that can work extremely economically with what they're given, but it's a tall order.
It is, yeah. Honestly, it wouldn't be that bad of an issue if that were like one of the only like plot threads running, but there are like 5 plot threads running at the same time with this show, because you have Clark, Lois, and Jimmy. You have Jimmy doing his own thing on the side and him feeling like he's being underappreciated by the rest of the team.
Did he start a sub-stop called Jimmy Johns?
No, his whole subplot is that he's actually a conspiracy theorist, and he found out that his rival at the Daily Planet is the bird manning him on YouTube. So, like, he's got that whole subplot going on. Clark and Lois have their own, like, romantic subplot going on. There's a whole subplot with the villains, and they have their own separate subplot happening at the same time.
I just got a Discord notification, Kevin. I'm sorry you're missing Discotheque Day for this.
I am missing Discotheque Day for this, but I have a plan. I have my Nintendo Switch here, which has a Twitch app on it, and I'm going to put my Nintendo Switch up next to me, muted, however.
Wait, hold on. You're gonna watch Twitch on a Switch?
I'm gonna watch Twitch on a Switch, baby!
Yeah!
Literally, this is what the Switch was
rhyming.
Let's go, baby! And I'm going to have this running at the same time as the Discotheque Day stream, so that I can know exactly what's going on, and so that I can randomly comment on the new announcements, and you people will not care.
Correct.
Okay. But no, yeah, I've planned for this. But no, Anyway, where was I? Yeah, But no, yeah, it wouldn't be an issue if it were like, one of a small couple of subplots running at the same time. But this show is just packed with multiple subplots running at the same time, and none of them are able to breathe. It's always, set up, immediate payoff, set up, immediate payoff.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Low Art discussing seasons 3 and 4 of Young Justice.
Yeah.
This feels like Young Justice syndrome.
Yeah. It might, I don't know, maybe it's worse than Young Justice, I don't know. But no, yeah.
That's you could put that in the thumbnail. My Adventures of Superman. Worse than Young Justice?
We'll see how the rest of the season goes, but I'm not feeling too optimistic about the rest of it. Because, God, they've already blown, half their load already.
And so have you.
Zing!
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
I want to love this show so much, but it's making it a little bit difficult too. And
but it doesn't love you back.
It doesn't feel like it loves me back.
It's just like your dad.
No, yeah. Yeah, that's basically what I've been up to as of late. So, pass it over to Zeke Freak. What have you been doing, sir?
Whoa! I have the talking turtle. It's my turn to speak freely.
I have the talking pillow now.
Yep. I have the rain stick. Remember rain sticks? Shake them. Sounds like it's
right. That, yeah.
You turn them over like ooh. Ooh. My grandma had a rain stick. It's crazy. Being 4 years old and going like, what the? Is it raining? No, I'm in control of the weather. I'm a god. And then I had cookies. And the cookies were good.
Cookies!
My grandma makes good cookies.
Ooh.
She likes the,
This is quite the tangent, but get on.
I want to talk about my grandma's cookies. She put
Nobody
the
wants to hear about your grandma's coochie. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Literally no one.
No, I can't look up my grandma's cookies again. Oh, you've ruined a great many things for me. For that, I detest thee. Anyway, stuff been doing things. The same games I've been playing. Although I did start Rusted Moss. I got a little bit. I got a few zones into that. I'm gonna turn that soon.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Metroidvania, but Rusted Moss with the grappling hook and the gun and yada yada.
I've watched you play that game. It's surprisingly funny. It's got a very fun sense of humor.
Why do the humans hate us? All we did was steal their babies. I know, right? It's hilarious.
Look.
We stole their babies as a joke!
Can't they take a joke, bro?
Right?
Anyway. Yeah, watching, I believe, summer season had started last time, so I'm watching the same anime that I said then. But I've also been watching... A YouTuber told me to watch Blue Lock because it would make me better at Omega Strikers. I'm now 9 episodes in. I don't think it's making me better at Omega Strikers, but there is some good drama here.
Yeah, but
this is just the year of me watching things you wouldn't expect me to.
Yeah,
I watched a Yuri anime 2 months ago, and now I'm watching a fucking sports anime.
Okay, to be fair, the Yuri anime you watched was Happy Sugar Life.
Viewers will know.
Those who know, those who don't know.
It counts. It counts. I'm pretty sure Mal has the Yuri tag on it.
It does. Yeah.
They kissed, I think. Yeah.
It's
they did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
They were like, and there was like, it was a lot of going on. Yeah. Very, very. That's a sweet, wholesome show that everyone should check.
Me when I lie.
Listen, I'm like Walter White in the car right now.
Don't watch Happy Sugar Life.
No, I'm like Walter White in the car right now. I'll be like, no, don't watch it. Don't watch it. No, don't die. Jesse, no.
Dude, that show put me in a bad mood for like an entire goddamn weekend, okay?
It truly was a happy sugar rush. I tried to fucking cap that for the soundboard, but the fucking background music was too loud.
Yeah. God.
The mixing was off for soundboard usage.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So sad.
So unfortunately, things will remain Nagai for the time being.
I love the time you tried to put that into
That guy.
That's right, I put it in Overwatch chat and it censored me.
It's like
I would have loved to have gotten reported for that and had to argue with a fucking admin being like, no, I'm just referencing this cutesy anime. I'm referencing my favorite wholesome lesbian anime.
Wholesome. Again,
Did you have a citrus, bro?
again, me when I lie.
I like to spread false information on the net. Why? It's fun.
You think somebody would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
No.
God.
Anyway,
Why did you do that in the fucking Mark Wahlberg voice?
It was supposed to be Buster Baxter from Arthur.
what?
Did you guys know that the
No.
leaves are disappearing?
Ah, the trees are angry. Good to know.
Trying to murder me in my sleep? What? No.
No.
Love that that's his reaction to that.
What? No.
The Happening is a strange film.
The Happening is what's happening.
The Happening. Plot twist, nothing's happening.
I mean, something was happening. It was just,
Yeah.
vagaries of perception, Mr. Anderson.
I'm just shocked at this point that like M. Night Shyamalan like still gets money to make films.
Apparently
Because
he's gotten better.
Yeah.
better, but he's starting from like his films being on average like a 1 out of 0 on fucking YMS.
That's true,
Like-
but also, Also, he kind of cheated because he made a sequel to Unbreakable based on a script he wrote 20 years ago.
Yeah, that
Before
felt
he went crazy.
Yeah, that felt like a classic Shyamalan film, but that's probably because it was written to be a classic Shyamalan film back when he was not crazy.
And then the one he made after that he wrote in present day sucked. So there you go.
Yeah.
I feel like he John Romero'd his career, where like John Romero helped make like one of the most rockstar games ever, and then he got rich off of the sales from it, and then he just stopped giving a shit. And I feel like that's exactly what M. Night Shyamalan did.
M. Night
John
Shyamalan's
Romero
about
is
to make you
John
his
Romero is
bitch.
slowly having a redemption arc.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, he's rebounded himself into cool Doom Grandpa persona.
Which
He's also apparently still working on some cool things. So
Yeah.
One day he may yet make you his bitch.
One of the funniest things that I learned about John Romero is that one of the games that he developed was a fucking downport of the original Red Faction to the N-Gage. Not what you'd expect.
That's really funny. That's the hubris of man that exists.
Oh yeah. And apparently it's one of the heavy air quotes best games on the N-Gage.
Well, 6 tangents ago, I mentioned I'm watching Blue Lock.
Yeah.
Which I am liking. Like, yes, it's about soccer, but it's also about fucking insane people, and it's like a quarter of the premise is like a weird survival game setup, and also everyone is insane, so that's cool. A lot of good drama there. I like the drama. I like the surprisingly, soccer is a more complex game than I gave it credit for. In terms of both mechanics and psychology.
Most sports are.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason this stuff is popular, and it's not everybody who watches it is some mouth-breathing Neanderthal. Like, there's legitimate strategy in pretty much every classic sport that is played.
Yeah.
Okay, Star Citizen, you can.
Okay.
Boy,
Whoa. Okay, that's a bit much. Let's be a little bit more.
I'm not saying they're God's gift to the world. I'm just saying a
Yeah.
lot of people don't give them the credit they're due, especially among nerd communities who have never given them a proper chance.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Next up, Zeke will watch Slam Dunk.
Also, go Packers!
I say one positive thing about a sports anime, and all of a sudden, everyone's trying to induct me.
Nope. I did not say you have to watch sports. I'm just agreeing with your point aggressively.
This is. Well, stop agreeing with me.
Will do.
It makes.
I will never agree with you ever again.
I don't know what I want anymore.
I know what I want.
Yeah, we know. We know. Anyway, I'm like 9 episodes in, and I'm enjoying Blue Lock.
Yeah.
So there's that. Other than that, same seasonal anime, same multiplayer games. New stuff soon, hopefully.
God, it's shocking that I actually had more to say about what I was doing than you. That's rare.
I feel like that's every week. What are you talking about?
Is it? Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you go on and on about every little thing you did, and I'm just like, yeah, I played Overwatch as usual.
Dude, I do a lot of shit, and I have a lot of shit to say about a lot of shit.
Yeah, I agree. We agree. God, you guys are being very annoying about agreeing with me lately.
We're aggressively agreeing with you.
Maybe it's the aggression. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Don't be as aggressive with agreeing with C. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Agree with me passively and meekly, like a woman.
And today on the Casual Sexism Podcast...
That's right. I can't not say that's right like Birdman anymore. He just says it so iconically.
Yeah. Zeke Freak would be great at the Birdman.
That's right. Anyway, yeah, future things. Looking forward to future things. Season 6 starts August 10th.
Oh, yeah.
Already. Omega Strikers will probably get an update in the future at some point.
At some
I don't
point,
know.
yeah.
The summer splash is in the data mine, so I'm assuming it's coming while it could still technically be considered summer. That would make sense to my brain. It'd be a little weird if it'd be like, hey, it's October, time for swimsuits. That would be kind of weird, but let's roll those dice.
Okay. Consider swimsuits, but also spooky.
Oh, like a hybrid one.
Yeah.
I imagine now if they have to delay the summer splash event, they do that, and they use the same skins, but they just fucking slap some skulls on them.
Yes, absolutely.
That'd be really funny.
100%.
No, I don't want to. I'm recording something.
Who the fuck is that?
I didn't even hear the first thing you said.
Okay.
That was awkward. Was it funny enough to leave in, or do we have to edit that out?
No, that was actually kind of funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
It's like, dude, not now. I'm recording.
Yeah. That doesn't happen often. I feel like that only happened like once, like 50 episodes ago.
Yeah. The return.
Yeah. Although to be fair, 50 episodes ago now would be like when we came back.
True. Yeah.
So, man, we've been doing this a while.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that now like 60 to 65% of our episodes have been in the last 2 years.
I mean, that's kind of what happens when we, like, again, it helps that we redid our format so that we actually have more consistent stuff to talk about, and we've also, like, adjusted our schedule, so it's like, we don't have to do it every week, it's every other week or every 3 weeks.
Also, you have a home.
I have a home. This certainly helps. And my own room. Yes. Where quiet things can happen.
The homeless era was quite a time for podcasting.
Yeah, that was an interesting saga, to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, live to you from a Kentucky campground.
Oh, Discotech just announced Overman King Gainer. Nice.
Well, mostly.
I'm gonna pretend I know what that is. That sounds awesome.
What?
I'm so happy for you.
It's
Boingo Boingo, the animation. What?
it's an anime done by Yoshiyuki Tomino with the same character designer as Eureka 7.
Okay, well I know who these people are. So.
Well, I know who. Why can't I think of his name? The character designer. I know him.
Tomino made Gundam.
What's that? Never heard of it.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I never heard that one.
Is it like some niche obscure thing?
Yeah.
Bruh.
I don't know. The original one came out in the 70s, so it sounds like Scrimbo nonsense to me.
Yeah.
You fucking people.
Yeah, well, I mean, everything that came out in the 70s, except for Burt Reynolds' mustache, is probably Scrimbo nonsense.
The only thing.
Yeah, you ever hear this little, like, obscure, like, underground sci-fi film? It's called Star Wars.
I was about to fucking
Yeah,
bring
I
up
know,
Star Wars.
Super low budget, but a lot of passion went into it. You should check it out sometime.
Oh, wait, it's still my turn. Right. Things. Stuff happening soon, maybe.
Nothing's fucking happening, Zeke.
Also?
Right. Also, I had surgery lately, but that's a whole thing.
Yeah. There's a whole
Yes,
saga
yeah.
behind that. If you're not up on the
Yeah.
Zeke Freak surgery saga, I'm sorry.
It occurred.
It occurred.
Yeah. The results have not been as dramatic as I would have liked, but I'm hoping things adjust, and I have a follow-up appointment to talk about things and stuff. I don't want to go into detail. It's just relevant to what I've been doing.
Yeah, that's fair.
He
That's fair.
survived. That's what's important.
That's also true.
I-
You couldn't get rid of me that
Nothing
easily.
else matters.
Mhm. I'm like, I have often been compared to a malignant tumor on your scalp. Hey, your doorbell rang.
Oh, hey.
That's not my fucking doorbell. It's my phone.
I can't help it if it sounds like a doorbell. That's what I've been doing. So aside from answering your door, what have you been doing, Sarah?
I've been working 5 days a week,
Right.
so trying to recover funds. I've got about $2,000 of debt to pay back for all of my travels this year, but
All
I'm, on
right.
track to I'm on track to pay it back in a couple of months, which would be nice.
Improve
Got my
that
tire
credit
fixed-
score.
Right, my credit score is fantastic. It's in the high 600s.
Oh,
So-
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but I'll assume that's good.
It's really good. If your credit score is in the 700s, you're like perfect credit score.
Ah.
Like your credit score is never going to be 1,000. Like most people are doing very well. You'll get the best deals available on any financing if your credit score is above like a 650, and mine's like a 675, somewhere around there. It's dipped a little bit in the last year, but it was close to a 700. But
Yeah.
um,
I don't even own a credit card, so I don't know these things.
I had to, and the only reason I purchased one at all was because it's just much more convenient to use overseas because credit cards don't have international restrictions placed on them like debit cards do.
Mhm.
Um,
I see.
Yeah, so it's just like at least a lot of credit cards don't, and mine Mastercard does not. So Mastercard is accepted in any
Well,
fucking
I mean,
civilized nation,
For everything else, there's MasterCard.
literally. Like not even a joke there. But yeah, so but that's the only reason, and I kept it at a low limit. I kept it at a $2,000 limit, just because I didn't want the temptation of going over that, and I never need more than that when I'm traveling anyway. Like hotel and flight are always booked through debit before I leave, and the only other things I need are about $2,000 worth of spending money for merch and emergencies, and food, and trains and planes and automobiles. Anyway, but yeah, so my credit score is really good, is what I'm saying. Thank God. It was really bad when I first started working on it. It was like a 3 something, or it was like a 4 something, but that was because of overdue college debt that I hadn't paid back. But that's all been paid back, so my debts are square. And then after a year, there's a reevaluation, and then they saw me pay back all of my credit card, all of my college debt in like a year.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Damn, this boy's got money. Okay, cool. Your credit score goes way the fuck up." And then I've been financing my $3,000 bed. I financed 2 cars, and I've never missed a payment on any of it. And I've always paid back my credit cards in good order on time.
Congratulations, viewer! I have successfully tricked you into listening to 5 minutes of credit score discussion.
Let's
Right.
go!
The guy on the radio that does that stuff, who does like credit card, who does like financial advice and stuff.
I'm sure I know who you're talking about, but I don't know their names.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's been that. I downloaded Clone Hero, which is open source Guitar Hero made with Unity. It's very fun. All the songs are free. Everything's on there. I've been grinding that again. It seems like fun. It's a good way to waste an afternoon.
For a hot minute, you thought that like every single song in the game had like the fucking whammy sound added to the guitars because of copyright issues, but no, it's just because you forgot to turn it off in the settings.
Yeah, I'm stupid. But yeah, no. And then other than that, I said I was done traveling this year. That was a goddamn lie.
Well, something else happened. He has to go.
Well, Kiara is going to be at Anime Toronto, which is 7 hours north of here.
Yeah.
Toronto is also one of my favorite cities on Earth. It's a beautiful city, and there isn't a speck of litter anywhere. At least the parts that I went. Unlike Los Angeles.
Yeah, I have not been to Toronto, but I do like the Overwatch map based on it. So there's that.
Yeah,
Very
no,
pretty.
it's a great city. There's lots to do there. Cool food. And the culture's not wildly different. Everybody speaks fluent English, of course, because it's
Scott Pilgrim was filmed there, so there's that too.
Was it really? Yeah.
Yeah.
But the last time I went to Toronto was when I was 16 for a scouting trip. We were at a international scout camp up there in Ontario called Halliburton.
Yeah.
Which is not to be confused with like the oil plateau that's up there in Canada. It's its own thing. It was really cool. Like all of the campground, it was like a giant lake, a natural lake, and all of the campgrounds were on these pine forest covered small islands in the middle of the lake. So you were sleeping on an island by the shore, and then you had to canoe to all the different program areas and stuff. And I spent a week there. But we stopped in Toronto on the way up for a day or two to see like the CN Tower and do some other stuff, which is the tallest freestanding tower in the Americas. Taller than the Seattle Space Needle, by the way.
Oh.
Crazy!
Oh, wow.
That's tall.
And I believe it's
Like, does it have a rotating restaurant in it like the Space Needle?
Yes, it does on the top floor.
What? Crazy!
Oh, damn.
Canada.
So,
Okay.
And I'm trying to. I don't actually know. I'd have to look it up. I'm not sure if it's higher, if it's taller than the Tokyo Skytree, which I was at earlier this year. So that'll be cool. The only difference is the Tokyo Skytree is nice because the elevator is closed. The fucking elevator for the CN Tower has a glass front, and you can see out a glass series of windows. So you get to see yourself go up, and that's a little unnerving for me.
Yeah.
I don't get vertigo easily, but that's one of those cases.
I
where
also
get it a little
I
bit.
also don't like heights. I like the ground. It makes me feel safe.
Yeah.
When I'm on the ground inside a building, I can think for just a moment. I can convince myself that I'm not on a random rock hurtling through an infinite void at
Right, did anybody
incalculable
ask
speed.
you for your existentialism? I don't think we did. I'm talking about the fucking CN Tower.
Well, okay.
You're
Well,
dragging us down
did you
with
ask? Did
vertigo.
you ask to be born?
That's unfair. Um,
Good lord! Wow.
no, but I wish I wasn't. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah.
Hey.
Can I get a studio awe track?
Sure, I'll add it in post.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I don't have that on the soundboard, so add the studio going, oh, and then also like the world's smallest violin.
Yeah. Okay.
Just put the fucking Haruhi Suzumiya song over this entire fucking section. But anyway, but yeah, no. So I'm going to Toronto. Kiara is going to be there. It's 7 hours north of me, and she is going to be doing a panel with one of her besties in the industry, Pavolia Arena, on my birthday, which is the reason I'm going.
Okay.
I don't know about any meet and greet stuff yet, but we'll see if that actually happens. Probably not. But it'll be fun to go and see some people I haven't seen before, and go back to a city that I really adored the first time I went there. So I hope it's still as clean and as nice as it used to be. Might be a little bit of smoke though, but
Yeah.
Canada's on fucking fire right now.
Canada has never stopped being on fire.
Damn, Canada, you sprayed fire.
Did a really
Put it
good
out.
job of not being on fire for a long time, but then they were like, "Hey, California, that thing they do every single year, multiple times,
That
we
looks
gotta
fun.
try that."
Oh,
This
we
is
should
fun."
try that.
All right, guys, who wants to have a gender reveal party over in Alberta?
Sarah, no, I don't wish to alarm you, but in one day in the future, everywhere will be California.
Oh.
I know.
That's a frightening thought. I don't want to think about that. I'm not going to
That's
think about
literally.
that.
I'm pretty sure that's literally the impetus for Cyberpunk as a franchise. Was what if
Yeah.
everywhere was California, and California was like super California.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, no. So I'll be going to Toronto first weekend of September, and then middle of October I have tickets in Chicago for my favorite metal band, which will be performing there. I'm going with an old friend of mine from my childhood who is also a metalhead. He's actually in a small time metal band.
Oh,
He's their drummer. And
I knew a guy in a band once. They sucked.
I mean, they're pretty good. I've listened to his drum tracks, but like, I mean, he's not. I'm gonna be real with you, Rob. You're not quite pro level yet, but you
My
are.
friend, what?
but you
My
do
friend
well.
was also named Rod.
Rob,
That's correct.
R-O-B,
Oh.
Robert.
Oh, okay, mine was
Robert.
Mine was
Yeah, no,
Rod.
but anyway,
It was a
he's cool as fuck. But he's a fan of Tesseract as well, so we're gonna go see them in Chicago for a live show, which will be my first time being to a concert for any band that I actually have followed. No, that's not true. It wasn't a concert, but I was at a DJ event where DJ Shrapnel, who is a Tokyo DJ,
Oh, yeah.
remix songs, he was there. And I guess I also did see Demon Dice in LA, but like, this is new for me. I was not that teenager that went around and used his mommy's credit card to go buy like tickets to like X Fest or whatever and go see my bands.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I've seen like a band that has meant so much to me over the years live. So I can't wait to see them rip it up, dude. It's gonna be awesome. And so that'll be fun in October, and then in November there's a slim chance I'm gonna have to do a lot of looking at my finances to see if I can hack this, but I might also be driving to Anime NYC. So we'll see what happens there.
I'm done traveling. Plans 3 more trips.
Yeah, I'm done with traveling. I'm exhausted. I can't do this anymore. Plans 3 more fucking trips.
This man will never rest, no matter
To be
what.
fair,
Like, always.
No, I will not. Listen to me. Listen to me. I look at Kiara, who traveled 3 times this month and who's traveled 6 times throughout the course of this year alone, and like 20 times in the last 2 years, and I'm like, I wish I had that grind set. I should develop that.
Have you
Look,
considered that she has more money than you?
You literally just
I
looked.
make enough to make it work, dude.
You literally just looked at Kara and said, "I bet."
Right? If you gonna be somewhere, I'm gonna be there.
Good lord. This is something that always happens with you. God, it's like I'm not gonna do this thing anymore. Proceeds to do the thing again and again and again.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, it's like a chronic illness. It's back.
At least this is like kind of a positive one.
Well, I mean, in this case, like, what you trying to say that I keep repeating the same mistakes of the past? Like, let me tell you, buddy, I have never repeated the exact same mistakes of the past. They're always just a slightly different flavor.
Okay, glad we're clear there.
It's like,
Yeah, I keep
I
my
made the
mistakes
mistake- I made
fresh
the
and
mistake of
exciting.
I made the mistake of eating a 2-week-old banana twice in my life, but the second one was chocolate covered, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah, my mistakes are fresh and exciting.
Anyway, Next year, though, I do plan on traveling considerably less, and doing a little bit more outside of the VTuber space. Like, I'm trying to do, like, let me be fair. I am doing all of this as rapidly as I can because we're never sure how long this whole phenomenon is going to occur. And so I want to live it up as hard as I can for as long as and get all of these experiences out of the way. And as quickly as possible, because next year she might fucking graduate, or like All Life might collapse as a corporation. They did go public recently. You know how shareholders are.
True.
We don't know.
They
So
might get acquired by Tencent.
I'm living it up as aggressively as I can right now, so that when it's done, I have no regrets. I can't be the guy who said, man, I really wish I went to that event because that seems like such a good time and it's never going to happen again for me.
Right, yeah,
That kind of thing. So, and now that I have the money to travel, like, I mean, why not, right? So that's kind of my mentality. Next year, though, since I have all of these things underneath my belt, if it's not convenient for me, I'm not gonna do it. I've already talked about not going back to AX at all. Like, if there's like another EN concert, I legit might skip it. Because like being in that city was one of the worst financial decisions I've ever made in my entire life. And just one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my life was being in that city. Being there for those events was great. Being there in that city for those events was terrible. So like I'll be going to Toronto and then to Chicago in October, and then in November, early on in November, I might be going to Anime NYC. But then that's it. I am straight done until January, where we're probably going back to OhioCon. But
yeah.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Yeah,
Anyway.
and then in March when I go back to Japan, LMAO.
I am done traveling for the next 2 weeks.
Hey man, look, like I said, I was stuck for 10, 12 years, never being able to make enough that I could actually travel. So I'm trying to make up for lost time, and I'm trying to live it up while I can. Before my knees give out and I go completely psychotic.
Before Overlord Musk sends us all to the Martian colony mines.
Right.
That or the world just ends. One of those things.
Yeah, one of the two.
It's like I think Rascal Flatts, but maybe also someone else said, live like you're dying.
Yeah, live like you're dying. If you have the opportunity to go, go.
I would love to go to the bathroom, actually. So can we end this segment?
No, I have one more thing I want to talk about.
Fine, go ahead.
Fucking Armored Core 6. I'm
Yes.
so excited! It looks so fucking good. It's everything that I loved about 3 and 4 and 5 mushed together with some overall quality of life improvements. I'm super stoked for it. I went ahead and purchased a dual stick controller setup for my PC for it, so that I can actually pilot the thing like it's supposed to be piloted.
I want to point out, though, if it actually was 3 and 4 and 5 mushed together, it would be Armored Core 12. So,
I mean, mathematically, sure, but I'm saying there's a little bit of each in each of them.
Right.
There's a little bit of each in it. So I love, and they took the best parts from each and left out the bad parts.
Yeah, refinement.
No, it looks great, and I'm really glad also that because of the cultural landmarks that Elden Ring and Dark Souls have, and games like Sekiro have become, and because people and From Software has developed a very, very like loyal following of people always excited for the new game, that more people are very interested in this game. Like before a new Armored Core game comes out, and everybody, all the gaming news channels like are just like, we'll sleep on this. There's probably something else coming out. But like the normal AAA market sucks so fucking bad right now that they're like, hey, FromSoft's making a new game. It'll probably be good. Let's review this instead. Let's hype people up for this instead.
It's kind of a brilliant maneuver, honestly. Just get everyone hooked on medieval action RPGs and then sucker punch them and gaslight them into buying the new Armored Core.
I mean, whatever. I'm glad to have a bigger community, and I'm sure people will stick with it. They're already.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's a good thing. It's a brilliant business maneuver.
No, it's absolutely the proper. They're properly capitalizing on the base that they've built so far, and it looks like this game's going to knock it out of the park. which is good. I want more Armored Core. Armored Core to me is the gold standard of mech games. Sorry, everything that Gundam's ever made. You are not the gold standard. Armored Core is. Have a nice day.
No. Gundam is the gold standard of mecha anime. Armored Core is the gold standard of mecha video games.
I'm talking
There is a
about
difference
video games,
there.
though.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
enjoyed the Gundam video games as much.
They're okay at best. A lot of them are just
Yeah, they're
okay at best.
Yeah, they're for serious fanatics. They're not for like general mecha fans. But like Armored Core was built from the ground up to be a game first and foremost. Whereas like the Gundam games have always like tried to shoehorn stuff from the show into a game setting, and it's just it's worked out with varying degrees of success.
Yeah.
I do enjoy the arcade installments of a lot of the Gundams. Essentially the Gundam equivalent of Virtua Fighter that came out. Or
Yeah,
not Virtua Fighter, with it. What's that old mecha?
Virtual
arcade
On.
game? Virtual On, yeah. So like the Gundam equivalent of that is really fun. And I also enjoyed my time playing the Gundam Pod game, where you actually sit in a pod with a projector screen around you and everything and pilot it.
Yeah, either
I am nervous to sit in a pod because I feel like I'm nervous to sit in a pod. I feel like as soon as I do, they're gonna start feeding me bugs.
That's not okay. All right, look, man, listen.
I won't eat bug.
Anyway, so Armored Core 6 is fun. I've also been watching the new Rurouni Kenshin. And I think we talked about this a little bit last time, did we?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Okay. But I like the direction the show's going in. A lot of people are complaining that there's not so much animation in the animation. And I just want to say that, like, if you look, the animation's more consistent across the board. Like, in the first, like, in my greatest, like, I saw a video complaining about the first episode comparison, and I was like, in the first episode, they have some absolutely gorgeous animation through the first 5 minutes, and then it completely falls off the second there's any action. And it's just a frame pan.
I saw the Relic video comparing them. I think the main thing for me is that the old show has much more dynamic direction and especially lighting. But yeah, I do. Yeah. In terms of animation, they did blow their load early, and I think, you know, it's the same thing that fucking same thing Dragon Ball fans will say when they criticize like Super's animation and they go back to Z. It's like, yeah, if you take like the best parts of Z, sure, it's the best, but like 90% of the time, it didn't look like that.
Yeah, 90% of the times, Rurouni Kenshin is shot with endless still frames and panning shots.
Yeah,
with whoosh lines added in at the end. Also, Kevin is a jerk. He's an idiot. He's never seen Outlaw Star. We're fixing that sometime. Very soon.
Yeah, yes, very soon.
You're going to give a full report to these people and a full written apology.
Okay, fine.
You have a book report.
How much time have you been staring at girls' early skirts over the last fucking 6 months, and you haven't seen goddamn Outlaw Star? Kill yourself.
But if I kill myself, I can't watch Outlaw Star.
Well, that's a conundrum.
Gotcha
well,
there.
Once you watch Outlaw Star, you won't have to kill yourself, so you better get on it.
Okay, fine. Okay.
For fuck's sake. Anyway, that's all I've been doing. Yeah. Look forward to some news about travel over the next forever.
He's never gonna stop.
Stop me! Anyway, that's it. That's all I've been up to. Zeke has to go take a turbo piss, so
yeah.
Well, in this segment.
Thank you for watching this segment. You better watch the next one, or we'll find you. That's it. You can
Oh, okay.
Hello, and welcome back to the greatest show on Earth!
Hey!
We're gonna do an intro like that. I want you to do an outro like that for the previous segment. It's gotta be contiguous, you know?
Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
You're right.
But that was fun. Alright, come down to the fucking circus. We're the animals. You can even pet me if you want, but I'll bite.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing we enjoy more than having peanuts tossed at us.
I enjoy peanuts. Husk and all.
Oh.
I'm just imagining the fucking scene from SpongeBob where Patrick is chained up and people are throwing peanuts at him and he's just eating them.
How do you feel about the candy peanuts? I think they're primo road trip food.
Dude, I fucking love circus peanuts. Those are delicious.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love those things.
Yeah,
Who the fuck?
I love them. My teeth are mixed, but I love them.
Yeah, well, yeah. Honestly, anything that's sugary enough is going to be, you know, your teeth are going to have some opinions on that.
I think if you showed Willy Wonka's dad circus peanuts, he might just have a heart attack on the spot.
It's literally just pure sugar and chemicals.
In extra chewy form. It's time! Come one, come all to the Reddit dive! See the most fantastical creatures the world has to offer, and their malignant tales of terror.
Hear about awful weddings, turbo shits, and other such degeneracy.
The most degenerate of all humankind, spread across the ethos,
God.
brought right to your eyes.
God, why does this just remind me of fucking Big Bill Hell's Cars?
I don't know what that is, but I do think this circus framing fits the Reddit dive pretty perfectly.
See,
If there's one mantra you can give the Reddit dive, it's that humanity is in fact a circus.
Big Bill-
And we are the ringleaders.
Big Bill Hell's Cars is a parody of like old 90s car dealership infomercials where it's like, if you find a better deal elsewhere, shove it up your ugly ass. You heard us right. Shove it up your ugly ass. It's
Yeah,
our
that one.
yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yep.
It's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker, you'll fall for this bullshit. Guaranteed.
Icons.
I used to be able
That
to
is 90% of all car reviews.
I used to be able to quote that entire fucking thing, like, word for word, all the way through. I can't anymore, but
Yeah.
I don't know. If I watched it 3 times through, I could probably do it again. I don't know.
Today, dear viewers, we start with a tale, a tifu of medium variety.
Oh, indeed. Do we now? Tell us.
Yeah.
Oh, Zeke Freak.
Today, I fucked up by telling a business partner that my boss is dead.
Oh, no.
So my work, a
Good
brewery, I work at a brewery, gets spam calls a lot. On a bad day, we get 2 to 3 per hour. This does not include the calls flagged as potential spam that we ignore. These are all cold calls from legitimate businesses trying to sell us something we don't want or need. I was trained very early on that if anyone asks, my manager is not available. I have no idea when they'll be next in, but I could take a message with a callback number. 99% of these messages are immediately chucked in the trash. It's important to note that most of these sales reps have done a bit of research, and they know to ask for the owner, manager, CEO by name that they found on our website. So, this morning, I get in 2 hours before opening to wash some kegs, and within 20 minutes, I have already fielded 2 of these calls. I always answer in case it's a customer with a real question, because I like to pretend I'm a professional, but I'm running on fumes after the holiday weekend. I truly cannot handle these people wasting my time. So, the next time the phone rings and someone asks to speak to the manager name, I just say, "Oh, he's dead, sorry," and I hang up. It was completely on impulse. 90% of me felt terrible immediately because I know it's not professional or polite, but a small part of me was pretty proud of myself for finally getting one over on the cold callers. Until I get a message from my boss in the company group chat, "Which one of you just told business partner that I'm dead?" Turns out, this was the 1 in 100 times the call was legitimate and the caller was not ecstatic about it. It was a rep from a company that we do a decent amount of business with, and that actually helped us with our business structure when we were founded. In his email to my boss, he stated that this was not the response I expected to receive. Luckily, my boss and team found it funny, but I've been fairly warned about maintaining professional etiquette on the phone.
Yeah, you were very close to getting, like, really fucked up there. Thank you for
But he didn't get fucked up, so I'm calling this a small Tifu, because nothing of consequence really happened.
Hey, at the very least, he wasn't fucking stupid enough to give it a large.
That's true. It's less egregious to me when you miscategorize a small as a medium than when you miscategorize a medium as a large.
Yeah. Like, fucking...
But still, miscategorization to the mines with you.
No, you don't understand. It's a big Tifu because it made me feel really bad.
We don't care about your feelings here.
Right. Facts don't care about your feelings.
All right, Ben Shapiro.
Let's say, hypothetically, that The universe cares not for your existence. Kevin, read this one before you remember how meaningless your life is.
Oh, don't worry, I'm reminded of that every day. This is an Aita.
Yeah, by me.
Am I the asshole for telling my newly Canadian sister?
That's a set of words that I don't see together often.
What does this mean? What does it mean that your sister is?
I christen ye Canadian.
I diagnosed you with Canada.
Oh, eh?
Terminal. There's no recovery.
They're already drinking caribou coffee.
Am I the asshole for telling my newly Canadian sister to stop speaking her native language because she's now in Canada? That's not how that works! That's not how...
Buddy. Hey guys, I'm going to Canada next week. Should I not speak English?
Yeah, speak Canadian, eh?
I'm just gonna go around just screaming at everybody. Give your balls a tug, you tit fucker.
I can't with this bullshit. Okay.
You will with this bullshit.
Okay, for a bit of backstory, I, 24F, moved from Vietnam to Canada when I was really young, along with my brother, 26M. We lived with our aunt in Canada. Our aunt does not speak a lot of Vietnamese, so me and my brother eventually became less and less fluent. My younger sister, 16F, recently moved from Canada to Vietnam for high school and just completed her first year of high school. For some context, Vietnamese is a very tonal language. Tones go up and down, so it's a very hard language on the ears. My sister has a very high-pitched voice, so it is already irritable to listen to in English. Vietnamese is another issue. Okay, I'm getting it now. The title was worded very strangely, and completely missed the fact that they were Vietnamese, anyway. My sister speaks mainly Vietnamese at home, which is a big inconvenience at home. I suggested that we only speak to her in English when she first came here so that she would have an easier time adjusting to high school. But my older brother keeps spoiling her. He studied a bit in Vietnam, so he knows more Vietnamese than me, but for the past 3 years he's been learning Vietnamese for our younger sister. Because of my brother, my sister's English skills are improving like a damn slug, and I can barely communicate with her. So fast forward, my boyfriend is over at our house while... My boyfriend is over at our house while my brother and sister are playing. Play wrestling and tickling each other like siblings do, and my brother is winning the fight, so my sister is laughing and squealing in Vietnamese. Keep in mind what I said about the Vietnamese language and her high-pitched voice.
Damn, I'm imagining that now. It's hot.
My boyfriend finds it annoying, and I do too. My boyfriend asks her if she can speak English, and she said yes, so he said that she should start speaking more English. My brother gets up and defends her, saying that some Canadian guy shouldn't tell a child what language they should speak in their own home.
I want to pause for a second. I want to point out that in context, what he's saying is, hey, could you laugh and squeal in English?
Right? What the fuck does this... God.
Could you be tickled in English, please?
Yeah. Yeah. My brother gets up and defends her, saying that some Canadian guy shouldn't tell a child what language they should speak in their own home. I defend my boyfriend because he's done nothing wrong. Her voice is irritable, so I get where he's coming from. I tell my sister that she should start speaking English and give up the Vietnamese because she's in Canada. And like the spoiled little teenager she is, she cries, and my brother just defends her as usual. Seriously, I don't get why she's so sensitive. Oh my god. After my boyfriend left, me and my brother had a huge argument. He said that this was a big adjustment for a young girl and we should be considerate of her. I tell him that I'm just trying to help her, and the only reason she's falling behind is because of her English skills. She has 90s in math and science, but 60s in social studies and English. I said that we shouldn't adjust to her, she should adjust to us. She's in an English-speaking country. My brother just shakes his head, sighs, and leaves. Now my brother refuses to talk to me, and my sister is avoiding me, probably because of something my brother said. Am I the asshole for just wanting the best for my sister?
So here's the thing. In a perfect ideal setting, the answer should be somewhere between these extremes. But in this case, you sound like a really judgmental, possibly racist person. So
yeah,
fuck you.
Yeah. This is Canada, eh? We speak English here, eh?
It's a fucking.
Also,
I get it.
Also, I want to point out.
It's like by the fucking 8th time, she's like, of course it's fucking irritating. I'm like, all right, I get it.
Also, I want to point out, Canada also has a secondary language of French. So, fuck your point.
Well,
Yeah, like
I get. It's like this bitch has like a 1/10 of a point where it's like, sure, maybe you're coddling her a bit, and she could be
Right? Yeah.
she could be coerced to, adopting English faster than she is. But also, your attitude sucks.
Yeah, you're taking this in the entirely the wrong way, and you're falling into the fucking pitfall of this is X country. We speak Y language here. Fucking adjust, bitch.
You're making it uncomfortably personal.
Yeah, and it's
yeah, I didn't really think of it that way, but yes, they are. They're like my whole thing is like, like just let them do what they want, for God's sakes.
I get it. I get it when in Rome, but also don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a fucking asshole about it.
Like, nobody in Germany was a dick to me when I barely spoke a fucking lick of German.
Yeah.
Like, I did not speak any German, and I would always just say, hey, I'm sorry, I don't know any German. And then they were like, oh, that's fine. Yeah, would you like eggs for breakfast? And I was like, yeah, thank you. That sounds great.
Also,
also,
I'm reading this over again, and I'm noticing.
like, who's it fucking hurting?
I'm also noticing that she goes to high school in Vietnam, and I'm not seeing anything about her living in Canada more permanently. So I don't. If she's just visiting, if she's just like if she just infrequently lives there, I don't know if there's a massive impetus for her to master English. If she's only going to like visit on a semi-consistent basis.
Right, yeah. So like this is a completely temporary thing anyway, so again, why do you care so damn much?
Yeah, and maybe I'm fucking missing some context here. I don't know, but what I do know is that you might have like a 1/10 of a point, but you're a fucking asshole. So yes, you are one.
Yeah, you're being a bitch about this. You're the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Official verdict: YTA.
Yes. Bam.
Yep.
You're absolutely the asshole. Like, just let people do what they need, what they want, man, or what they're comfortable with. Like, it's not fucking hurting anyone.
Yeah, like it's her fucking native language. Let her speak her native goddamn language. Jesus Christ.
The worst that's ever going to happen is you're going to end up like me. I ran into a German soldier. He was shipping off the basic or something, or shipping off to the local base or whatever, and he was in full uniform, and he had his rucksack with him, and he asked me in German something, I guess like when the bus arrived or whatever, because I was at a bus stop, and I just looked at him and said, no Deutsch. I said, I'm not Deutsch, and he was like, and he was like, nah, and then he moved away and didn't talk to me. Like, that's the worst that's going to happen to her. That's the worst. The literal worst. Why? Anyway, continue. Next one.
Yeah. Are you gonna read it?
I suppose I could do some shitty reading today.
Let's go!
I'm serenaded by my voice. Or serenaded by my voice, as I say.
Oh.
Hey!
Serenaded.
Here's one.
Alright. Am I the asshole for not wanting to give my wealthier sister the lion's share of the inheritance?
I'm twirling my mustache already.
Yeah, some cool.
let me just adjust my monocle and
what a philistine she is, always wanting my money.
Imagine worrying about the money.
What a whore!
Oh.
She belongs in Princeton.
Surely you jest.
Surely you jest. I'm gonna go warm up a bagel and have sex with it. That's a Family Guy reference. That is not what I'm doing. Anyway, that's for those playing at home. Yesterday, my parents sat me, 31 male, my two brothers, 32 and 34 male, and my sister, 41 male. I'm just kidding, it's female. Down to discuss their will. My parents informed us that they want to split it 5 ways. My sister gets 2/5, while the 3 of us brothers get 1/5 each. Their reasoning is that my sister sacrificed her childhood for our family, so it's only fair she gets compensated. In our childhood, my father's business partner screwed him over, so there was a period where we were broke and in debt. My parents had to work multiple jobs to keep us afloat, and my sister babysat us while our parents worked. All she had to do was feed us and keep an eye on us. We were pretty calm kids, so all we did was play games and do our homework. It probably wasn't thrilling, but not exactly a tremendous hardship. I complained to my parents along with my brothers that it's insane that they want to give my sister 2/5 of the inheritance over that, especially since she's financially the best off out of all of us. She doesn't have any kids and dual income with her partner. My parents said they are disappointed in us and said we need to reflect on ourselves. My sister didn't say shit while my parents spoke, but texted us afterwards that she had zero intention of taking 2/5, but we were all assholes. Why the asshole?
Way to flub it.
It was unfair.
Way to fumble that one.
Good lord. She was.
This
She,
is another.
This thread is now locked due to an excess of rule violations.
This is another great example of you had a bit of a point, but you decided to be an asshole about it.
yeah. Even
So
even
now
the
you get nothing.
even
You
the
lose.
even the fucking
Good
person who was going to be getting all of this money is like, I don't even want it, but fuck you people.
Well, I wasn't going to, but now that you've raised a big stink about it.
Right, exactly. Also, oh, god fucking damn. No, again.
Yeah, I mean, like it's also like I don't know these people's lives, but just from what they've written, I will tell you that children typically, I give a lot of credit to children, but children typically are not great judges in retrospect of how calm they were as children.
yeah.
I 100% agree.
Mhm.
I thankfully have the hindsight to understand
Oh,
that
it
I
couldn't
was
have been
shit
that
as a
bad.
child.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think, far be it from me to suggest, but I don't think you're the best judge of that. But also, it's kind of their money, so whatever stupid reasoning they want to use is fair, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like, also, it's like, this is like, it's their will, like, this is like eventually things, okay? If I'm understanding the ages correctly, your parents are probably in like their 60s, so way to make a big deal out of something that's not even happening for probably another 20 years anyway,
Yeah.
you know? Again, you had maybe a tenth of a point, but you ruined it by being an asshole.
Being very selfish and self-centered and not really thinking about other people. Yeah. No, fuck you.
Or rather just not empathizing and not understanding that, you know, it's their money to give as they want.
Yeah.
And also presuming yourselves to have been better behaved than you may have been.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of not empathizing going on here, and I think there's a lesson for you to learn here. So yes, you are the asshole.
Yeah, I agree. You're the asshole. Also, in the world of discotheque media, they announced Chargeman Ken for Blu-ray with an HD transfer for some reason, and they also made an official logo for the non-existent anime Galactic Defender Linguini.
Cool. Thanks for keeping us in the loop.
Okay. Gracious.
I can't remember if I read this one last week or not, or last time or not.
Okay, let me hear it so I can...
Today I fucked up by getting electrocuted by a cheeseburger.
Nope, you did not read that. No.
Okay, it was very familiar, but I think I probably just read it to myself before.
Yeah.
Anyway, large Tifu. Today I fucked up by getting electrocuted by a cheeseburger.
Bees chirping.
Hi. Today I got electrocuted by a cheeseburger. I posted this to R Funny and was told to post it here as well.
Oh boy.
I hope this story brings out a chuckle, or at least a smile of amusement to your face. Here we go. I mean, he says it like it's fucking.
Here we go!
Here we go! I was sitting on my bed with my friends, home slices, you may say, for the 4th of July. we had a cookout, so we were all eating food. Baked beans, pasta salad, deviled eggs, burgers, the usuals. Traditional, generally not electric, cookout foods. My friends and I were casually chatting, unbeknownst to us, the danger lurking nearby. Then the moment happened, deciding to take a bite. I reached down for the innocent-looking burg and felt intense shockwaves running down my arms, all the way to my chest, down to my toes. I felt my heart stop. It was intense as hell, dude. I can just imagine how confused my friends must have been looking at me barely grasping this cheeseburger, screaming for seemingly no reason. Lamau.
Lamau.
I imagine they thought something like
He's
this.
French.
I imagine they thought something like this, semicolon. Did we forget the pickles? What is it? Is it vegan?
You forgot the pickles!
Did you want a brioche bun? I don't. What is with the screaming? Apparently, afterwards, upon survey, they thought I saw a spider in my food or some other treacherous insect. Spiders are not insects. I'm docking you a point. Much more realistic concerns than I had anticipated. After I removed my fingertips from the cheeseburger, aka the spawn of Satan, I stared wide-eyed at all my friends. What in the frick-frack Applejack just happened?
Who the hell talks like that?
This is a great high school writing prompt.
Oh yeah, what in the frick frack Applejack happened here? Gosh darn tootin'. Sheesh!
After exclaiming, that fucking cheeseburger just electrocuted me. After exclaiming, that fucking cheeseburger just electrocuted me in a very offended manner, quickly explaining my bellow of agony, we began our investigation. How did this food cause such an effect? How did a simple, cheesy, meaty, bready combination of joy bring about such pain and misery? We quickly had the answer. So, I also have this back massager that was on the bed as well. Didn't notice. But part of the cord was touching my burger. Apparently that part of the cord also had exposed wire. I'm sure you see where I'm going here. So, I'm not an electrician, but I remember that electricity can move through water. I'm assuming the current went through the naughty, juicy burg, straight through my flesh, traveling through my body. So after our discovery and the required allotted 10 or so minutes of joking and guffawing, you got electrocuted by a cheeseburger. I stood up to make sure I was still alive. So here I am, 4th of July, electrocuted via cheeseburger, full of confusion, not knowing how to proceed with my life. I did go to the ER due to some chest pain, just to make sure I was cool, and that was a hoot to explain. Well, there was this cheeseburger looks down in defeat. The doctor stared at me with an expression I cannot name, somewhere in the range of entertainment and disbelief, and quietly stated, well, that's a first. When he was explaining the situation to his higher-up doctor, 1, he was having trouble remaining professional, which was amusing, and 2, he called it a hamburger, and I really wanted to interrupt and tell him it did in fact have cheese on it, but then I realized this was just hilarious no matter what, and I was really the only person that cared about the cheese thing anyway. Dude, I went to the hospital over a cheeseburger. Imagine if it had offed me, dude. I would be so mad from the heavens, looking to my tombstone like she was a cool person. Rip, death by cheeseburger. That would have been my legacy, my imprint upon the world. Luckily, I'm completely fine. Just some residual pins and needles up my arms that should go away soon. But thought this was one of the most unexpected, hilarious things that has ever happened to me, and I wanted to spread the word to the world. So that's how I fucked up and got electrocuted via cheeseburger. I am so using this story next time I play Two Truths and a Lie, Lamau. PSA, make sure to check your cheeseburgers.
I wouldn't necessarily call this a large Tifu, but it's so goddamn funny. It's just so weird. What is this?
So I got a tangential story about this for my own life.
Oh, do you?
I was also electrocuted in the restaurant industry multiple times during the same day.
Oh.
Huh.
Did someone bring in a Pikachu?
No, so am I just a Pokemon character to you? Is that what this is? Am I just
When
a
I
Pokemon-
when I think of people getting casually electrocuted, I think of Pikachu.
there's nothing casual about the way the Pikachu ices other Pokemon, man. Okay,
I think of Pika the Chew.
that motherfucker has
Pikachu.
murderous intent. You heard his voice, Pikachu! He wants you dead. He wants you fucking dead. Anyway, and then he smoked a bunch of blunts and then chilled out and became Detective Pikachu. But anyway,
Oh.
Pikachu.
yo, man,
Excuse you, he's a coffee addict.
I think the crime's afoot or something. Man.
Right.
But no, anyway, so I when I was working at McDonald's, I was the grill cook. I was the grill cook a lot of shifts, and we had a reach-in freezer unit with a sliding door on top where we would keep all of our frozen beef, patties and stuff. And there was a day it had just gotten through maintenance. Like a repair guy had been in there the night before during overnight when we were slow, and they did some work on it. And then I came in for morning shift, and every time I'd reach into this fucker, there would be a point where my leg would touch the box. Remember, the outside of this thing is stainless steel.
Yeah.
And so I would touch the outside of the box and then reach in, and the second my body made any form of second contact with it, I'd get jolted.
Oh.
And it turns out what had happened is when the guy had serviced it, he grounded it not to the normal ground, but to the exterior of the fucking box.
No.
So there was a ground line for the electrical back there, like taped to the stainless steel exterior. That's why there was current running through it. So anytime I made 2 points of contact, it would jolt me. I told my manager, a guy named Quinn. I told Quinn, I was like, Quinn, this thing's electrocuting me. He was like, can you show me? I was like, I don't know what I'm doing to trigger it. It took me a while to figure it out. But then I kept coming up to him every 10 minutes or so. I was like, dude, you need to call a repair guy. This keeps happening to me. I'm not going to sit here and cook burgers for you if I'm going to fucking die.
Yeah.
Okay? Like,
Yeah.
and he's like, all right, I'll get a repair guy here. And I was just like, so I worked that entire shift while dodging around. Eventually, I figured out that if I made 2 points of contact with it, that's what was causing it. And apparently they got it fixed that afternoon, but I was electrocuted like 5 times during that shift.
Oh, God.
And I still worked the shift, so, you know.
The more I
Big
hear,
heroes, man, we're built different.
dude, the more I hear about your stories working a fucking McDonald's kitchen, I'm just like, how did you survive that?
I mean, while I was literally working table one day, I had a moment where I reached over to press a button on the keypad that would affect the screen to serve off an order, which is surrounded by a steel housing box. Here's a fun fact about most kitchen appliances. Most surfaces are not beveled.
Yeah.
Like, you get something for home, all of the steel has been beveled. It's been smoothed and sanded down on the edges so it's not sharp. When you cut something out of plate steel, it's razor sharp on the edges. None of the stuff in a kitchen, in a industrial kitchen, is beveled at all. So I reach over to quickly tap something because we're getting slammed, and I smack my thumb on the steel exterior box instead.
Oh.
It split my thumb through the nail, all the way down to the bone, through my glove.
Oh.
I immediately realized what happened, and a second later, I just look at my. It was right at the end of my shift. I had like 10 minutes to go, and I look at my boss on the other side. His name is Tion, my shift manager. Now, he's cool as fuck. He and I actually still stay in contact with each other. I was like, "Yo, Tion." He's like, "What?" I've raised my hand with the glove in it, which, by the way, the entire thumb and first 2 fingers of the glove were filled with blood almost instantly.
Oh,
And I was like, hey, Tion, can I go home? And he was like, oh my God. He was like, yeah, man, go get you some stitches. I was like, thanks, man. I didn't need stitches. But anyway, but yeah, so I mean, I fucked myself up at that place, dude. Kitchens are no joke. They will fuck you up if you're not careful. I have battle scars from that shit. So, but I've never been electrocuted by a burger. So
Yeah.
that's a fun one.
I like top comment. Top comment exposes OP. Yes. Exposed cord on your back massager plugged in by your bed. You gotta love those Hitachi wand back massagers. Sure.
Good
Back
lord.
massager.
Back massager. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Whose turn is it? It's been a while.
I think.
Kevin's.
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here.
It's okay.
Oh,
take
this
your
one seems. This one seems like it'll unnerve you to read. Sure, let's go.
Oh dear God, I fucking hate you. To I hate you. Today I fucked up by laying an egg during sex.
Oh my god.
Nah, man.
You don't
Nah.
watch Jaro in the background, right?
I assume you
you
always
just put an
are.
atrocious image in my head. Shut up, get out.
Oh my
Anyway.
lord.
My show.
Fucking. This is a medium Tifu, by the way. Obligatory, this didn't happen today.
She just didn't end the relationship. Maybe she was into it. Anyway, go ahead.
I actually posted this 4 years ago, but decided since the community is much larger now, more people might enjoy this story.
Thank you.
You know, you could have just not.
We got them on the rebound.
Today I fucked up by laying an egg during sex. Backstory, my boyfriend and I have been experimenting with new sex toys lately. We bought some Tenga eggs because he has an issue with sensation. Some kind of mental block due to past traumas. I thought maybe they would help by increasing sensation and distracting his wandering mind. We had tried the egg a few different ways, and I had looked up some porn vids to get an idea of different things. I saw one particular video showing a couple having PIV with the Tenga egg on the penis. I thought it might be... PIV meaning penis and vagina.
Yeah, I know. I knew that part.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
care what a fucking Tenga egg is. I don't want to Google it, though.
Yeah. I would put an image on the video, but I think we would get it. That would get the video removed.
Fine. I'll look it up. Fuck it.
Okay. I thought it might be a bit difficult to get it due to my small size, medical condition, but figured we'd give it a go. After a bit of fumbling and slipping, with tons of lube, we finally get it in. It's staying at the base and doing just fine. He says it's a bit too tight, but we keep going in hopes that my muscles will let up a bit as they usually do. He gets a good rhythm going, and we hear a kind of popping/slurping sound. I think, oh great, we just ripped it. So I stop to inspect it. I look at his dick, and the Tenga egg wasn't there. I started feeling around in the sheets to see where this thing slipped to. Can't find it. Suddenly, we both looked at each other. The same thought crossed both of our minds. Is it... Oh god. Oh no. I stick a finger inside myself to see if I can feel it. Nothing. It must be way up there. I get up onto my knees. He is intently staring at me at this point, freaking out. I'm totally calm because, as a female who has used menstrual cups, I know anything that goes in can come out with enough effort. I start to bear down...
Okay. You want me to read the product description of a Tenga egg?
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead.
This is just on Amazon. Tenga's Easy Beat Egg is a revolutionary disposable male masturbator suction stroker that combines the latest engineering advancements with quality craftsmanship to provide unprecedented sensation. Each male masturbator stroker is constructed of super stretchable material that can fit users of almost any size. Designed to provide an array of sensations, each male stroking masturbator egg features unique internal details. Simply unwrap, add the enclosed pouch of lube, and indulge yourself in knee-trembling sensations with our super tactile men's masturbator. Perfect travel toy. Pop it into your pocket and enjoy the ultimate ready-to-go right-now orgasm.
Good god. Okay, thank you. But yeah. Yep, it's definitely in there. I stick my finger in. I stick my finger in again and bear down. I feel the smooth side, but can't locate the hole. It had flipped onto its side. I continue to bear down and I attempt to turn it. I finally caught my finger on the rim and slowly pulled it out. When it came out, it made a loud slurp sound and flopped onto the bed. All while
As eggs tend to do.
Yeah, all while he was looking on in horror. I immediately started laughing my ass off. It took us about 10 minutes to collect ourselves. I tossed the egg into the sink so that we could wash it later. We then finished off where we started, sans Tenga egg. Later, when we were getting into the shower, he grabbed the egg and handed it to me. He said, "Don't leave your child unattended." we now refer to it as
Hold on,
our
that's a bump kiss.
There we go.
Jesus Christ.
Why'd you have to play that one? TLDR, fucked up by getting a Tenga egg stuck in my vagina. Had to birth it out, but it went okay. There is an update and edit FAQs. Should I read?
Sure.
Okay. Update. I didn't even think to include an update when I posted this initially. We broke up a few months after this situation. Turns out it had nothing to do with sensation. He just thought about his mom constantly while we had sex, which made it hard for him to finish. He didn't have any trouble maintaining an erection, though, in case you're wondering. Upside down smiley face. Edit FAQs. I posted this info in the comments, but I know not all of you will see it. So, 1. We are not friends. I haven't spoken to him since we broke up. He stalked me for 6 months after and kept telling people we were still together even though we were not. Okay, yeah, that's good. It's a good thing you got out of that. He would drive 45 minutes just to sit outside my apartment every single night. Wee woo! Wee woo!
And he played Wonderwall.
This is actually not the reason we broke up. The whole mom thing seemed like a trauma-related issue, so I figured we could work through it. We broke up because I found out he was a closet bigot, and he secretly racked up over $100,000 of debt in 1 year after we moved in together.
How is the egg thing the least interesting part of this relationship?
The egg just happened. Oh, wow. Discotech just announced something that is too scrimblow for me. That's rare.
Oh.
That's rare. Anyway.
That is what is it?
Little Georgie. Yeah, you don't know what that is.
No fame?
Yeah, you don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. We're on the same boat. Rare. Anyway.
Of the absence of fame?
Right. Anyway, I have no clue if his mom or anyone else did anything to him. When I asked, he said no, but I didn't press the situation because it's none of my business. I'm a CSA survivor myself. I encouraged him to seek therapy, but he refused as he, quote, doesn't believe in therapy. I did what I could. Shrug. I got custody of the egg. But I abandoned it in a dumpster. I didn't know about safe haven laws back then. I feel like all of the edits and updates are actually more interesting than the Tenga egg itself.
Interesting.
Yeah, what I call this medium I feel like the fuck up is the relationship itself that you got out of.
They're projecting feelings of the relationship onto this incident. This incident is small, but it was perhaps the catalyst for a larger Tifu down the road.
Yeah. This is just weird. I don't know.
This is hard to judge, but what I will say is I am concerned about shoving ovular things inside of orifices for exactly this reason.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck you would have done that, but like,
because I can't think of anything more difficult to extract than an ovular object.
Yeah, it's just fucking weird, dude. Why would you?
But
do
hey,
this?
at least it wasn't a rock in your ear for 13 years.
God,
so there's
that. That's still the fucking worst one we've read. We've not read a worse one.
Saradin, here's one for you.
Am I the asshole for saying fuck no to a dog and taking it to the pound?
Oh dear, no.
Hey, will you adopt me? Fuck no, you're going to the pound.
I, 38 male, generally like dogs, but in small doses. Then you don't like dogs. I grew up with them, but they weren't the most positive thing to me growing up. My wife has similar sentiments about owning pets, and they aren't something either of us wanted. We have two daughters. Age 8 and 10. But are they male or female?
We have two Daughtry fans. Age is unknown.
Of Chris fame? Anyway,
yeah. Yes.
Okay. My sister, 33 female, has grown up to be a classic dog mom and loves her dogs more than anything. Oh, we need an aw there. She is also very... Well, fucking find one, you piece of shit.
Fine.
I'll podcast you running, man.
I will find the closest thing I can find.
We don't ever get wholesome on here. This is rare that it's happened twice. Anyway, she is also very close with my daughters. Well, the other day, my sister took my daughters out shopping. They come home with a puppy. I see it and I'm pissed. See, you don't like dogs. My sister is like, look what I brought them. My girls were asking if I liked it. I tell them, can you take the puppy out in front and play with it? They do. My sister is like, are you going to keep the dog? I respond, fuck no. You know we don't want a dog. It's not staying, and you are telling the girls that it's their new puppy. Take it back, keep it. I don't give a fuck. It's not staying here. She says I don't need to be so hostile, calls me an asshole, and leaves. You don't like dogs.
God.
I'm livid. I call the girls in, and they are happy. My heart broke, telling them we can't keep this dog. No, it didn't. Something I'm not going to forget. Your aunt tricked you, and this dog isn't yours. Well, that did not go over great, and they both went to their room crying. I took the dog straight to the pound. I gave my sister one more opportunity to keep it, but she said her lease won't allow another dog. But she called me evil before hanging up. Am I the asshole?
Okay, so this is like the inverse of earlier ones where he's acting like a jerk, but he does kind of have a point.
Yeah.
Well, I like the top comment. Puppies are not presents.
Yeah.
She should have asked. With
Absolutely, yeah.
him. That being said, you don't like dogs, so you're a fucking liar.
Top comment, not the asshole. Everyone needs to hear this. Puppies are not presents. They are decisions made by the family to get a new family member and make sure the dog is cared for life and loved by the family, not just a random gift you throw out when it doesn't amuse you. Your sister needs to reevaluate her decision making. So yeah, OP doesn't sound pleasant, but he's not the asshole in the situation.
No, absolutely not. He made an active decision to not own a dog because he is not a dog person, although he,
you
tries
don't
to
want
argue,
this guy
yeah.
owning a dog.
Yeah, so he made the right decision of, like, he tried to give it back to the person who gave it to him. It didn't work. The person in question also tricked his kids into thinking that they were going to be getting a dog when, like...
The classic children guilt-tripping maneuver.
Yeah, exactly. It was literally a guilt trip maneuver to try and force the hand of the parent. That's what that was.
Yeah.
So, this was a situation completely out of OP's hands, and I think, all considered, he handled it probably the best he could have given everything. Maybe not, like, you could nitpick his exact actions or his exact wording or his mood, but, like, pound for pound, he did not do anything wrong inherently.
I mean, I think everyone sucks here, and I'll tell you the reason why. He took it to the pound. He should have taken it back to the pet store.
Probably should have. Probably. Figured out what pet store it came... The pet
just
came
ask,
from.
what pet store did you get it from? I'm taking it back.
Yeah.
Just let him know, hey, I'm so sorry, but my sister bought this for me. She did not let me know it. I can't take care of this dog. It's not something we're ready to take responsibility for, and she can't take it either. She was irresponsible. Please take it back and find a good home for it. Or take it to an animal shelter.
Sure,
but like, don't take it to a fucking pound.
I get why a not dog person wouldn't think of that.
Yeah, that is a good point, though.
Right,
Yeah.
well, I mean, that just proves my point that he's a fucking liar and he doesn't actually like dogs. But
Yeah.
anyway,
okay.
and,
Yeah,
I don't ever trust a
the
person who doesn't like dogs.
I'm still going with not the asshole.
I'm gonna say not the asshole.
I'm gonna say everybody sucks.
Okay.
But
Split opinion.
All right.
He lied once. He's blatantly lied once. How much more of this is a lie? We don't know.
Take that as you will.
How deep does it go?
When do the lies end?
When do the lies end? When does the truth begin? We don't know. We can't tell.
Hold on, I might have to undo this one if it's possible. Although I think I'll undo the shitting down. Yeah, that one isn't loaded. Fuck. Let's see here. Will this one load? Damn it! I'm coming across multiple like deleted, removed, or shadow banned people.
And nothing's happening with Undit.
Yeah.
Ah, man, no.
Let's see here.
That's the worst type.
Fuck, where the fuck is it? God, preserve these fucking posts. Jesus Christ.
Preserve
This is a
it! Stop delaying!
Let's see here. Oh, okay. This one. Oh.
Okay.
I think this got this is a post from True Off My Chest that got reposted to Am I the Devil?
Oh, okay.
Right. So let's see how.
This will certainly make us all feel better. True off my chest. I hate my kid.
Oh no. Oh no.
I was on the fence about having kids. Wife and I love when guys are just like, wife and I.
Wife!
Wife and I have been together for 10 years, and she always wanted them, but I knew I was undecided. To be fair, I was probably always more on the no kids side more than anything.
Just take him to the
Either way.
pound. Anyway.
Kids, dogs, what's the difference? Here you go.
Either way,
they're both little shitters who just eat shit. That's all they do.
either way, she knew my feelings. We talked about it. But we're crazy about each other and always have been. We get married, have the baby talk again a few years later. She basically says she's going to leave me to find someone who does want kids if I don't, so we start trying. That's a great basis for a relationship, by the way.
Oh no.
I didn't react the best when I found out she was pregnant. Think I was really hoping it wouldn't happen because we're both in our mid-30s. Anyway,
Oh
I
no,
hate
we
him.
were constantly having unprotected sex. I can't believe a baby happened.
I hate him. I hate the way he looks. I hate the way he smells. The fucking crying that's fucking non-stop. I hate the smell of the formula. I hate the smell of his piss. I hate all of his shit just lying around the house. I try to keep the place tidy, but fuck knows how it gets so bad. Don't get me wrong, I've really fucking tried with this. I've gone full dad mode with 3 a.m. feeds and nappy changes and doing my bit as a dad, but nothing I do seems to change how I feel. I just hate being around him. I feel like I have no emotional attachment. I don't look at him and think, that is my son. I just think, oh, fuck off. He's probably picking up on that because he doesn't smile at me, doesn't really react to anything I do, whilst he's all happy and smiley with his mom. I feel like a slave now because I do all the cooking, most of the cleaning, and I work while she just carries him round and doesn't have time for me anymore. Everything has just gone to shit since he was born, and I hate him for it. I know I shouldn't, because he's biologically mine. It's not his fault, and honestly, I really hate that I feel this way. I don't want to feel this way, but I can't help it. I've tried to distract myself from feeling this way by cutting myself, and when my wife caught me, she went crazy at me. I don't have the best mental health history, and all of this has just made it worse. I want to stop feeling the way I do, but I genuinely don't know how to. The wife knows how I feel, and I think she just keeps out of my way to avoid any bad energy or me having to be around the kid. But it's not a big house, so it's hard. I dread coming home at the end of the day now, and I'm having thoughts I shouldn't be having. I was lying on the sofa last night wondering how long I could leave the gas stove on before I die. I'm depressed as shit, and I hate it. I love my wife, but I hate my kid.
Both of you need help.
Yeah, this is your daily reminder that if you're on the fence about having children, consider don't.
Yeah, here, you two should have absolutely... Okay. The turning point was her saying...
You should see my fucking face right now.
The turning point here was her saying, have a kid with me or I'm leaving. You should have said, just leave.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or go to fucking marriage counseling or something, because...
Don't bring a human being into that environment.
Do not burden a human being with that kind of life. Because they don't deserve it, and neither do you. But you have done this to yourself by making poor decisions in life and not choosing to make the best out of what you already have or trying to find something better elsewhere. This is a problem that both of you have created.
He's just fucking lamenting it all and bitching on Reddit.
Lamenting.
You know the time you could have spent bitching on Reddit, you could have been going to counseling, to child rearing, you've been looking for a new relationship. Like, fucking.
Sure, but I don't. Sure, but this guy has mental health issues. I don't want to blame him too badly. I don't think these are invalid feelings he's having. I think he made a terrible, terrible mistake.
Yes, but this is a terrible, terrible
Perhaps.
mistake that is going to haunt him for the rest of his life.
Sure.
And haunt the child.
And haunt the child.
Yeah. As I have said many times, most people probably shouldn't be parents.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Good case study for that. I don't think he's the devil. I think he is a very tragic man who made a mistake and needs help. Everyone in this situation needs help.
Yeah.
But we don't
Yeah.
provide that. We don't provide that here. We just we just yuckle. We're yucklers.
Yeah.
Yep, we are yucklers.
Mm-hmm. So let's yuckle, everyone. Look at this idiot fucking reading. Anyway, let's see here. Let's see if I can find one that hasn't been fucking deleted. Oh look, it's been fucking deleted. God damn it, fucking
Motherfuck.
I can't even
That one's the
anymore.
doorbell. My pizza's here. I'm just kidding.
No. Ah, god damn it.
Oh boy, Discotech announced Digimon Adventure 02, the sequel. People really honestly didn't want that badly.
Do people hate O2?
They don't hate it, but they don't like it that it's meh.
You're right,
It's
it
meh.
deserves to be lost all of history.
I mean, it's fine, but honestly, at this point, it's more of a stepping stone to them releasing Digimon Tamers.
Sure. All things in their proper order.
Right, yeah.
Kevin, I bequeath thee this Aita.
You diagnosed me with Aita. Am I the asshole for not letting my nephew have another serving of food?
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Nah, fuck off, kid. I-27...
Yeah, I remember that iconic passage from Oliver Twist. Nah, fuck off, kid.
I-27M have 3 of my nephews over for the weekend. They're cool kids and I love having them over. However, one of them, Eric, 14M, has a gigantic appetite. Like,
I want to point out Eric with a K. That's super cool.
yeah, already I like this kid.
This kid's getting pussy already.
Like, literally every time I see this kid, he's wolfing down food. You wouldn't think it because he's super lank. He's super lank. You mean lanky?
He's super lank.
But I guess he's at that age where it's normal. I've been there. So, okay, I will wait. Okay.
You were also super lank.
At dinner last night, we had a nice meatloaf and some mac and cheese. I gave everyone big servings, and the other 2 kids were happy with it, but naturally, Eric wanted more. I told him he should probably just save room for dessert, and he did, but he still wanted to eat another serving of dinner after dessert. I wanted to save some food for our dinner tomorrow, so I told him he couldn't have any more. But my wife, 26F, went over my head and told Eric he could have more if he wanted, and he went on to eat so much that he almost instantly fell asleep on the couch, where my other nephews were playing video games. It was overall a really good day, but I was miffed that my wife went over my head over the food thing, and we went to bed, and when we went to bed, I told her I felt like what we'd served was reasonable. She argued that since Eric is a guest, he can have as much food as he wants, and she can always buy more. She usually stocks the kitchen. She thinks I'm being a jerk for thinking that I can control how much we do or don't serve, and that it's weird I would have told Eric he can't have another serving without at least checking with her first. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since. Was I being the asshole? I think I was in the right. Why not save some dinner? Eric already had a lot of food as it is. You admitted.
This is okay. Your life must be going great because you are inventing non-problems.
Right, yeah. You also, I want to point out, he literally pointed out at the very beginning of this Aita that Eric is at an age where he is having constant growth spurts and needs more food to fuel him. So,
Here's the thing.
And it's not like the kid's fat or anything. You said he's super lanky, so like it's literally just a metabolism thing.
He's super lank.
Right? So like it's a metabolism thing. He needs more food to fuel himself.
Here's the thing. Kevin, shut the fuck up.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's the thing. Humans are inherently self-sabotaging creatures.
Yeah.
When things are going too well, we get suspicious, paranoid even, and we start imagining problems that aren't really there.
Oh yeah.
We start getting bothered by things that in more dire circumstances we would never let bother us. And that's exactly what's happening with OP right now. He is so complacent in his probably very successful, peaceful life that he is imagining, conjuring, if you will, problems that don't actually exist, making mountains out of molehills.
Yeah.
He is delusional, potentially a danger to society, and should probably be slapped in the face and told shut up.
And told to shut up, yes.
So that is my verdict. I slap you in the face. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just.
You're creating an issue out of something that is just inherently not a problem. Like, literally just give
We've
the
gone
kids
through so
food.
many of these at this point that this is like me dissecting an episode of Bar Rescue to figure out which elements are at play here. Like, you've got the self-entitled people, you've got the people who only care, you've got the self-entitled people who only care about themselves and don't consider the people around them. You've got the people who create problems where there aren't any. You've got the people who are a complete fucking waste of space and deserve to die. You've got the people who, like, are totally innocent but think they're an asshole because they've been gaslit. Like, this is just the, like, which one are we on today, boys? Like, this is amazing.
Man, he's broken down the Reddit dive to its bare essentials.
Yeah, that's
Right.
pretty much the Reddit dive, yeah. Good lord.
Anyway, let's keep going. It's fun.
Yeah, let's keep going. There's more to come. Assuming 90% of them haven't been fucking deleted for some goddamn reason.
Here's another one, Sarah.
Can this be the last one we move to the lighting round? I am crashing fast. I ate a shit ton of carbs before this.
Sure.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. Sorry to cut it short, folks. Am I the asshole for building my teenage sons a bedroom in the backyard?
What?
In the backyard.
Curious.
My wife and I have 5 children together: 9M, 8M, 7M, 4M, and 2M. Interesting.
Damn, slow down.
Right. Interesting names you gave them. And I have 3 children with my ex-wife: 17M, 15M, and 13F.
Disney is itching to make a sitcom about you.
Right. TLC wants a show.
Yeah.
When I bought our current house, it had 4 bedrooms. I later renovated the basement to add another 2 bedrooms. My wife and I have 1 room. The 3 teenagers have a room each, and the younger boys share the other 2 rooms, with various configurations over the years. As the younger boys get older, things are going to get more cramped for them, and we haven't ruled out having more kids. Good lord, why?
Wow, what do you do for a living?
Right. They raise kids. That's what they do for a living. We're a TLC special, clearly.
Yeah.
I also don't want to immediately take my older kids' room away the second they go to college, and maybe they'll stay local or no go at all.
Fair enough.
No go at all. Because of this, I started looking into how I would add more bedrooms. The property our house is on is a little under 1 acre. Last year, I decided I would build a den in the backyard that could become the older boys' bedrooms. The build was finished a few weeks ago, and the boys have moved in. They have a small shared living space that includes a kitchenette, a shared bathroom, and they each have their own rooms. It's essentially a tiny house in our yard. The boys love it, and we had a lot of fun working on the build together.
That's cool.
Yeah, like 100%.
Yeah.
My ex-wife, however, you can see where the X is coming from, is less than pleased with the boys for the new living arrangements. She has multiple safety concerns as she thinks they are too far away if something happens, and they will feel like they could get away with whatever, as I can't monitor them well. She also thinks that it's unfair. They will have to walk through the yard to get to and from their bedrooms to the house, even in adverse weather conditions. She feels as though I'm pushing the boys away by housing them in the backyard, and it suggests I'm prioritizing my new family. Well, at the same time, thinking giving them a cool den in the backyard is favoring them over their sister. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You can't be like, you built a really awesome house for them, but think about them getting wet in the rain. Like,
Yeah. She doesn't.
Oh my
God.
Hey,
She
by
doesn't
giving
want
them
to.
their own house at 7? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
She doesn't want to have a coherent argument. She just wants to. Feel
Oh my
right.
god. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think her biggest issue is the
I'll
one
wait.
she didn't mention, which is worrying the boys will want to spend even more time at my house. If they have more privacy and a great place to hang with their friends, you might be onto something. We no longer split custody based on our custody agreement, and for the last few years, thanks for admitting that on Reddit. Thanks to the last few years, the boys have lived the majority of the time with me. whereas our daughters alternate between our house every 2 weeks. My ex is trying to make it out like I'm a massive asshole in this situation, but I really don't feel like I am. However, in the past, I haven't always known when I have been an asshole, so maybe I'm missing something. Am I the asshole?
No, you're
No.
the exact opposite of the other guy. You should be a parent. You sound cool.
Yeah, this is like what the fuck? That's actually really cool, dude.
I can see why she's an ex. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. Also, there was one more Digimon announcement apparently. They have Digimon the movie.
Oh.
Both Japanese versions of the original 3 movies and the amalgam English dub with Smash Mouth.
Ah. Including Amanda Anaconda?
You mean Angela Anaconda?
What do I keep saying?
Amanda?
Oh, I'm probably confusing her with the Amanda show.
Yeah, fucking... Oh my god. Yeah, and apparently they're making new dubs for the original 3 movies in uncut, so that's fucking cool.
Oh, interesting. That damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm glad something marginally interesting happened there.
Yeah, honestly, the discotheque panel was kind of mid.
Until now.
Until now. This is like the only announcement I really give a really big shit about. Like, this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, it's time for the lightning round!
Let's go!
Let's go!
This is where we go to our unpopular opinion, find some opinions that are unpopular, or maybe they're popular. Maybe we agree. Maybe we don't. Maybe you'll find out. Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Well, you fucking shit. Anyway. Unpopular opinion. The word fuck is ruining modern TV. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Get fucked!
Yeah. Unpopular opinion. Making your bed is a waste of time. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Unpopular opinion. Harry Styles doesn't deserve admiration or respect for dressing in clothes that belong to the opposite sex. I think you don't deserve admiration or respect, and you're just jealous that Harry's pulling it off.
Yeah, you're just jealous because he
agree.
wore it. You're just jealous because he wore it better.
Oh, yeah.
You know the difference between him and you? He makes this shit look good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Notoriously pro Harry Styles podcast, the bakagaijinshow.
Shit.
Unpopular opinion. A1 steak sauce is way better on chicken. I don't know. I haven't tried it.
Don't know. I haven't tried it. I'm sure it's fine.
Well, you're a noted fan of chicken.
Chicken.
I hate you.
Hold on. I gotta look at the context for this one. Unpopular opinion. Women aren't real. I've spent
I have spent. That's not an
This
opinion.
guy
That's a
is
statement.
permanently online. This guy
I have
is
spent-
permanently online.
I have spent the better part of the last 30 years studying women. It has been my life mission of mine to figure out why they are so unique. Turns out they are actually fourth-dimensional beings that have stolen the hearts of millions of men through love and kindness. They've stolen our hearts. Where do they go at night? You might think I'm crazy. Yes, their bodies are in sleep mode. They send nanobots to their hive mind headquarters in Antarctica. They're always in control. Thoughts? Unpopular opinion. Airbnb.
No, wait, whoa. I need a second for this one. What the fuck?
Kevin, it's lightning round, not
I
Kevin
know.
gets time to ponder round.
Nah, this dude fucking nuts, man. Jeez.
Unpopular opinion, don't speak ill of the dead is a stupid saying and people can say whatever they like about someone who has died. Yes. Fuck you, Edison.
Okay, unless they don't deserve it. Like, come on, people. Like,
There's no room for context or nuance in the lightning round, Kevin.
fuck.
Try to keep up. Unpopular opinion, suit pants are more comfy than jeans.
What the fuck are soup pants?
like pants for suits. Like
Oh, I
Oh,
just said soup pants.
Yeah, I was.
thought you said soup pants.
Finally,
I'm like, what the fuck are soup pants?
finally, the clothes from the.
Fuck are soup pants?
No, you need to understand. It's clothes from the soup store.
yeah.
God, no.
Clearly.
Fuck off. I agree. Actually, I love the light feeling of suit pants. And especially if you get a good tailored pair, they fit better than any set of Wrigley or not said Wrigley's, Lee's, or Wranglers.
Yeah.
But I just never wear suit pants unless I have to because jeans are just more durable, and I don't like having to replace.
Yeah,
pants
especially
every
since
season.
I've been wearing the new like elastic jeans. They have all the durability of jeans, but all the comfort of pants. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice.
Unpopular opinion: animated remakes of live action would be better than live action remakes of animations. Agreed.
Okay.
I wanna see fucking animated Big Bang Theory.
Why is that the first thing you think of? No, yeah.
Because Kevin. Bazinga.
Bazooper.
Bazoopadubada.
Bronchitis. No, yeah. That is a cool idea in theory. In practice, we have gotten shit like I think there was like a fucking Night of the Living Dead remake in anime, like that was like a direct-to-video movie, and it was like really bad. But in theory, it could be done well. So yeah. Also occasionally you get shit like The King and I. So.
Unpopular opinion: soy sauce is a horrible condiment. Well, you don't really use it like other
Eat
condiments.
fucking shit. God damn it.
You're a horrible.
Fucking inbred idiots.
It's not even like you don't use it like other sauces though. Is the thing.
Yeah, it.
Like, I mean, yeah, I was gonna say soy sauce is like they put soy sauce as a condiment at like American Chinese restaurants, and I don't remember the reason they do that, but it's like it's not normally a condiment. It's a sauce you cook with.
Yeah.
It's like A1 sauce or like what we would consider something like Worcestershire or vinegar or white wine. You don't just drizzle it on your. Normally, when you're cooking Asian food, really Asian food, you don't drizzle it on like afterwards, like salt and pepper or ketchup. You add it in with the stuff. So, you're probably right, but B, you're also probably using it wrong. You're probably using too much. It gets salty fast, man. Ask your mom. Anyway.
Unpopular opinion: there's nothing wrong with drinking warm soda. You do you, man.
You do you, man.
There's nothing wrong with it. I survived off of warm Mountain Dews
Yeah.
during camp for 3 years. So
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
we'd buy a 12-pack for the week and we'd drink like one a day each. But like,
There is something, however, wrong with drinking boiling soda because you will burn your esophagus.
yes, you absolutely will.
Yes.
Also, Mountain Dew is like the only warm soda I can actually stomach. The rest of them are too harsh.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Okay, real quick. They did specify that the Angela Anaconda short is not on the Blu-ray, so that's very unfortunate.
What even is the point?
So, literally ruined, but someone in Charlotte's server just called it the DeForce Free Edition.
You can't just remove Angela Anaconda from the annals of history.
It's
They
literally...
call themselves a preservation company.
Yeah, fucking ruined. Anyway, continue.
I can't believe Discotheque is dead to me. Or like dead Scotech, deader than Discotheque.
It's never been alive to me. So
It's never been more over than it is right now.
Schrodinger's tech. Littering is the lowest non-violent crime. Sure.
Sure. Yes.
Sure. You wasted calories making a Reddit post about this. Something died so you could have the energy to write this post.
I need you to understand this, OP. You are terrible for making this, for this exact reason.
Unpopular opinion, mattress and box spring on the floor ain't bad. Honestly, just ditch the box spring. Like, just bare essentials, fuck it.
My bed doesn't even have a box spring. It has a very short frame that's about 6 inches off the ground, and then it is just a giant fucking mattress.
Yeah, mine doesn't have a box spring anymore either. We did, but I got rid of it because I have a taller. I have like a solid wood bed frame from like IKEA or whatever. No, it's not IKEA. It's like some other Swedish company. I put the box spring and mattress on, but it was way too tall because this wooden frame is like already like over a foot off the ground. So I got rid of the box spring and it's fine. You don't need it. Box springs are a scam by the box spring people to sell you more box springs.
No, it's not. They actually do help if you have a much older mattress with like less advanced springs or whatever. But like everybody today has like a pillow top or like a comfort.
Yeah.
Like they're just not necessary anymore.
Or you got a great fucking mattress from the sponsor of this video, Helix Sleep.
I wish.
I wish. That would have been a hell of a segue, though.
It'd be so good.
Somebody needs to give us money for the things we do so we can talk about getting Tenga eggs lost in your anal cavities or wherever the hell she got stuck at. I don't even remember where she stuck it.
Pussy!
Yeah, was it? I don't remember reading that.
Yes, it was. So. Yes, it was.
There's so many orifices that could contain a Tenga egg.
Indeed, indeed.
But, Kevin, she couldn't have done that because, as we've discovered just recently, women aren't real.
Right, it's a psyop, right.
So where did they stick the Tenga egg? Helix Sleep, give us money so we can figure this out. Unpopular opinion, people are smart. Have you listened to us for the past hour and a half?
People are, I hate to break it to you, generally speaking, people are not smart.
Then again, it's selection bias on Reddit, you know. People don't make posts about, hey, I'm smart and I had a very competent day where nothing went wrong.
Yeah.
You know? So, whatever. Unpopular opinion, humans were not built to perform unskilled repetitive tasks, so machines should take over. Agreed.
I agree, actually. That's very true.
As long as you replace it with something I can actually do that is skilled and not mundane that I can make money with, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see here. Okay, this one is hyper specific and I need to see their argument. This is just hyper specific enough for me to find interesting. Points per reception or PPR scoring in fantasy football is dumb. For those who don't know, the default scoring in fantasy football is you get 1 point for every reception your player makes. Doesn't matter if it's a big gain or just a screen at the line of scrimmage. By contrast, a running back would need to rush for 10 yards to get 1 point, so a 10-yard rush is worth the same as a catch for no gain. To me, that is dumb, since the point of football is to advance towards the goal line and score points. Who cares if they get the yards by catching or rushing, yet that's the default scoring in most formats. I really love a hyper niche fucking like fandom complaints.
Yeah, I fucking love reading this stuff because it's peering into a world that I'm not a part of.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know what? He makes a compelling argument. I didn't care about this 5 seconds ago, but now I agree.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
Yeah. Like the way you explain it makes me understand. I get
informed about this by a highly
this stuff isn't perfect, so I'll grant you, it is bullshit.
Yeah, I was informed about this by a highly opinionated individual with an agenda to push, and I will now parrot it to everyone I know when the subject approaches.
Indeed. Thank you, random Reddit internet user. You have...
Mm-hmm. If he's wrong, I don't care. He's the one I saw first.
You have enriched my experience.
Unpopular opinion, I like ice-cold ketchup on my hot food.
Ice cold ketchup.
Ice cold. I keep ketchup in the freezer for this exact purpose.
Oh yeah,
I guess I can see the appeal. I've never.
Oh yeah, let me grab the ketchup. Start squeezing. It'll come out. It'll come out. Give it a second.
I often have cool refrigerator tier ketchup. I don't know about ice cold.
Yeah. I'm just imagining him just
the thing about a sauce is that when you put it on hot food, the sauce is going to heat up very quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I'm just imagining him taking it out of the freezer, squeezing the bottle, and like nothing happens. He's like, give it a minute.
I'm imagining what he's doing is he's filling ice cube trays with ketchup and freezing them solid, and then he just breaks them over a hot food.
Oh. Kind of like how some baristas like break ice into a glass.
You mean all baristas? Or, you mean barkeepers? Baristas are for coffee.
Why did I say barista? It has bar in the. I should take a nap too. That's what I meant, bartender. I'm dumb. I'm dumb.
Let's see here.
We're having a great lightning round.
Unpopular opinion: normalize fact-checking during arguments. Yes. If there's anything you should take away from this podcast, yes.
Dude, we literally do that regularly. We do that all the time.
No, we don't, you fucking idiot. I'm gonna go back and listen and make sure I know what we're talking about. Okay, I have just checked. We did a flash cut there, totally. I just checked every single episode, and we do that quite frequently. So you are correct, sir.
Thank you. See, I know my shit.
Oh, do you? Let me go back and check.
I need to make sure about this. I don't know, man. That sounds kind of sus.
Unpopular opinion. On laptops, one-finger trackpad scrolling was superior to the two-finger scrolling we have today. Yeah, it kind of inherited the smartphone thing.
It did, yeah.
I don't know about that because I use a mouse like a normal person.
Yes. I would show my ability to use a mouse right now, but that's not how I have this set up.
Get a desk, Kevin.
So,
No.
like, the complaint is, like, the finger
no.
scrolling is bad?
Well, you used to scroll with one finger, but now you scroll with two fingers.
Since when?
Well, since it's like fucking laptop touchpad sort of inherited the way you do it on phones, where like you scroll with the two when it's like a side. It's like I don't.
Are you talking about, like zooming in or out?
No, he says scrolling. Okay, no, he's saying it used to be that on laptops, on the right or left side of the trackpad was a spot reserved for scrolling that you could scroll with one finger. But
Right.
There's no specialized zone, and you just use two to scroll. So if you have one finger,
I actually found that kind of annoying originally. Like I used laptops all the way through college. I found that really annoying because like when I was just trying to scroll over, sometimes I'd hit that and it would start scrolling the page wildly, and I'm like, this is not what I asked for.
Right.
And half the time they didn't mark that shit. So
yeah, that's now that I'm thinking about it, that is true. And I think it's using two fingers to scroll and one finger to move the cursor does seem like a more efficient mechanism.
yeah, so unpopular opinion, your opinion shit.
Yeah, you're wrong. And also get a mouse. What is this? Let's see here. Unpopular opinion, warm water tastes better than cold water. No, you can just taste it better because it's not cold. Your receptors are actually noticing the taste and not just noticing how cold it is. It doesn't taste better, it just tastes more.
Yeah, it just, I do like cold water, but, like, yeah.
Wow, that's a real unpopular opinion there, Kevin. Kevin, known cold water enjoyer.
Cold water enthusiast, Kevin Faulkner.
Motherfucking hydro.
Ice cold water enthusiast.
Yes, correct.
Why even have the water part? Just fucking swallow ice. Who
Just
cares?
chew ice.
Yeah, be a fucking diabetic, you fucking losers.
Yeah, just put a fucking just attach a fucking hose that sprays nothing but liquid nitrogen into your lungs.
Who cares?
Now you're getting it.
Yeah, cut out the middlemen. Just consume.
Cutting the middle out of the
And
middleman.
remember, ICE is a scam, and Kevin is part of the conspiracy.
No, you.
That's weak. That's a weak argument. You suck. That's horrible. What? I don't have words to describe how lazy that was.
That is the point.
That was not. No, that's what you say when you
I
say
know.
something stupid and you want to save face. No, I made a shitty argument intentionally. It was actually my artistic vision to be bad at that.
You don't know what's going on in my brain. You don't know.
That's what you say after that part where you accuse me.
You're trying to gaslight me, man.
You're going through. I'm not gaslighting you. No. That's the fourth step where you accuse the person of gaslighting.
You guys stop. So you're gaslighting me into believing I gaslighted you.
No, he's gaslighting us into thinking he's gaslighting us. When in fact he's just running through the checklist of shit people do to make excuses after they make a shitty joke.
I'm gonna need this on a diagram.
I need an infographic about how this works.
Right, I need an AI to piece this apart. Okay?
Yeah, I need like an algorithmic flowchart of how exactly Kevin fucked up and derailed everything.
That's a spectacular level of fuckery.
Anyway, that's the Baka Gaijin show for you.
Thanks for joining us.
I hope you liked it. If you really like it, you can subscribe for even more. And you can follow us all on Twitter at ZeekFreak, at CeachermanderK, and at Saradin Sidramore. And if you want to be a based super fan Giga Chad, you can join the Discord server in the link provided below. We'll see you next time. ZeekFreak out. Ciao, ciao for now.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes